be like, yeah, I don't know where the fuck you got them from, but there's still a couple in here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Build Stream audio test.
You heard Brian break his foot. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's working. You guys let me know in the stream if this is working, and I want to talk to y'all about the stream because we got some really cool shit going on. We are filming episode 3 of season 3. There was some confusion with like why episode 3. So we've already filmed episodes 1, you guys saw that probably, and we've already filmed episode 2, which is why the bike is taken apart like it is. That video will be coming out soon, but today we're going to be filming episode 3, which is continuation of... Am I the only one on delay? It's a little off sync. I'm going to be watching my audio.
That's how he gets luckily for him, his
Ooh, it is interesting. The audio is not synced up. Hold on one second, guys. Let me see if I can play with this. I don't really know if I can change the audio settings. Yeah, audio is video out of sync. Okay. I can't do this right now with the audio syncing stuff, but I'll do this for a second episode. It won't really matter that much when I'm not talking to you and you can see my voice and my mouth move. But it should work for anyone. So, check this out. So we're on, this should look really high quality right now, right? Video-wise, check this. Check that out. We got 2 live stream cameras that we can see the bike. Is that not the coolest shit? All right, we're gonna switch you back to camera 1. Is that not so cool? Okay, so I'll figure out the audio for the next build or for the next episode. Hopefully, I can get that figured out. So the idea is to have you guys always be able to see what's happening on the bike. So hopefully that's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I'm going to assume you did. So yeah, this camera is going to always be looking this way. And we're going to constantly modify this camera situation, guys. As usual, we got, where are they? We got Brian back here just cleaning the lift up for this episode. We've got Luke over here in the corner. Are you using my little trick? Catfish, I don't know what your little trick is. Okay. So, yeah, so I guess you guys are good. We're just going to let y'all chill. Let us know. Like, we'll try to be on it as far as switching out which camera. But we're going to try to be good about putting you guys in the middle camera whenever you need to be. And I think that's about it. For you guys that are new to this type of the build stream, I know some of you guys were commenting about it. The way these build streams work is you guys just get to watch us film this episode of the show. At some point in time, I normally have to change my SD cards and dump them out. When we do that, we'll let Brian come over to the camera and do a little Q&A, like a Master Tech Q&A. So you guys can ask him questions about motorcycles and stuff like that while I'm switching out cards on the camera. We should do maybe 2 of those through today's episode. We expect to be filming for about 2 hours today, maybe, because some of the episode is us shopping that we did earlier. And I think that's it. What else? I think I hit everything.
So put that next to the wheel.
Also, if you guys have any recommendations about this live stream and how you want it better, let me know later on. Don't let me know now because I won't be able to do anything about it. Yeah, Shelly, I need to be talking like this so you have no clue what I'm saying, like when my mouth is moving, so it wouldn't look so bad.
Do you need this out?
We're currently cleaning the lift before we continue to take this bike apart even more. Oh wait, we can go to the other camera. I love it. This is exciting. Boom. Big camera. Oh, that's so cool.
Are you ready, Chase?
I'm kind of really hyped on these cameras right now because it's actually working. So
Are you ready?
I don't think I'm ready, Brian. Oh, there is cussing in this show on the live stream, so be ready. I can't bleep it. Bleep this kind of stuff. So that is what it is. Actually, I do want you guys to let me know, is the video quality as good as I see it? Because that's one thing that we had this, the webcam bullshit, and it looked terrible. This should look insanely better. Hopefully it does. Okay. So I think we'll start off with a wide camera then. And that way these guys can see everything. Yeah, we'll do that.
I have no idea where that goes.
Demonetized. Somebody did the demonetized thing.
My man.
Oh man, I am nervous.
You have
The terrible hardware bowl.
the miscellaneous.
You guys haven't seen episode 2 yet, but just know that I took a lot of shit apart. So there's that. This is what should have happened in season 2, where everything was super organized the whole time instead of Chase just like doing shit. Oh god.
Good bounce.
Alright.
Here's another one of those.
What's this?
Looks like brass to me.
I thought this was all organized though.
We're definitely I mean, that's a much smaller pile than the last time.
Yeah, do you remember the ZX-10 was?
There were like two, that was filled to the brim, and then there was a red one that was overflowing.
I had the whole table just filled with various.
100% was, yeah.
Okay,
Um,
Chase, time to go to work.
yep. Time to work, boys. All right. Time to do what I do. That's talk to a fucking camera.
You're going to be doing a lot more than talking to a camera today.
No, Brian, come on. You don't want to work with me? I'm taking full advantage of these double cameras. I'm gonna be switching these bitches all day long.
Are we taking it to that point now where I'm going to be working too, or are we still doing this Brian directs Chase?
No,
in the
I
right
still
route?
wanna, get my hands dirty.
Okay.
I got my work ring on, so I'm good.
All right. So
Well, hold on. Let me. Y'all see, this is what I deal with. Brian's over here like, let's take this bitch apart right now. I'm like, bro, I gotta do an intro. Shit. So you just calm down, Brian.
we got work to do.
I know. It's so pumped. This is what happens, y'all. Brian be getting crazy excited. Let me get this out of the way before I trip.
I am not used to being idle around a machine.
Dude, I know you aren't. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go to the big camera because I love switching these cameras. It's my favorite thing now. All right. Focus looks decent. We are in season 3, episode 3. Last episode, what did we do? We took the bike apart. This episode, we're gonna continue that process. Okay, I feel confident. We're gonna start it off bright as hell. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wreck Bike Rebuild Season 3, Episode 3. In the last episode, you watched me, Brian, and Luke start taking the bobber apart. In this episode, you will continue to watch us take the bobber apart. Mostly me, unfortunately.
It's not a bobber yet. It's still a motorcycle right now. Take the cruiser apart.
You watched us take the cruiser apart, excuse me. Helping me today is Brian, the master mechanic, and Luke. I won't call you the parts nerd.
Thanks.
Thanks. Alright guys, so if you're not familiar with Wreck Bike Rebuild, just kidding, of course you are. If you want to support the build and potentially get given the motorcycle, because we're nice people like that, check out the Patreon link down below. That's how we support the episode, and now we're going to go. I think that's all I had to say. Okay, we're going to start filming. Luke, catch the camera. Did you think I was going to throw it?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay, I'm going to get better about
You
that.
can't fool me, dude.
I can fool. Alright, we're going to start taking the cruiser. Oh my god, the weight is heavier than me. Okay, going to start taking the cruiser apart. Brian, what's the first thing that I have to do on this thing?
Well, we took most of the big stuff off.
Yeah, where did we, So we ended it because we reached our like time limit last time.
Yep.
So we're still, if you guys aren't familiar, we're breaking the bike down as much as we can so that we can get a very good understanding of what the hell's wrong with it, the parts we need for it, and all that kind of stuff.
What we need to cut off, what we need to weld on.
I would say something
What
about
we-
the cutoff
what we need
thing.
to- Well, we already started cutting stuff off, so the rest of the stuff that we need to cut off and make a plan of action, but we still have to take off all the rest of the bits and pieces and covers of things that we're not sure if we're going to keep or reuse,
Yeah.
or replace, or, you know what I mean? So some of the stuff that we're referring to, we have the intake for the throttle body and the air filter.
Yep.
There are some little chrome pieces that we're most likely not going to use. Chrome stuff here. You know, some little covers that cover up some of the ugly stuff that's behind all this. Coolant reservoir bottle. There's a big frame brace in here that's not the prettiest piece in the world. So we'll wind up removing the battery box, exposing the secondary fuel tank, taking the rest of the cover, side stand, regulator, rectifier cover, all the chrome stuff off of this side. And I think we're going to remove the fork leg covers, which are these silver pieces right here. They're not really going to fit in with the style of machine that we're aiming for. So we're going to pull these off and see how it looks with just the raw legs in there instead of the covers on top. And then we'll pull the radiator. And, you know, we'll just get it apart as far as we can. So at this point, we're still just collecting information, trying to figure out exactly what it is, which direction we're going to go, how much work we're going to make for ourselves.
Was I the only one that, like, as Brian was talking, my eyes were just like, oh yeah.
Well, you should be making those faces, Chase, because you're going to be doing most of the work.
I know. All right. In that case, I have to now hand the camera off to Luke because I have to do it. Luke, if you would do the honors. Oh God, shit! I literally thought you were gonna drop it. Oh God. Okay, let's not.
Did you just make a diamond?
Did you just get pulled?
Dude, that was no. That I'm not even joking. Like you.
Will
Like,
flashlight
'cause-
work?
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get her going.
We just have to realize if you drop that camera, like.
Did you really think I was gonna drop it?
I thought you were in the final stages of like
Can you put?
catching it.
I didn't get to practice this at all.
It's because you took the.
I'm
That's Chase's fault.
You set me up for failure?
I set you up for failure. I'm so sorry.
He
I'm
left
so
the
used to
base
it.
on that stand that goes into that one.
I'm sorry, Luke. Here you go. No,
It's not fine. Damn it.
It's
Now
not.
you should drop his camera.
now he deserves for the camera to be dropped.
Little tighten a little. Good to go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Oh, something that we wanted to bring up.
Don't drop it. It's open. Literally, all the ratchets will fall at the bottom.
Noted. Somebody sent all of these ratchets, and you're awesome because
Name's right there.
oh, Mr. S. Cooper. Take that back. Cut. Steven. Steven C. Whatever. Steven, thank you for sending these ratchets because Brian was complaining about one of my shitty ones in there. So, cheers.
I'm guessing that's why Steven has sent us some new ratchets because
yeah, I remember a couple episodes where you were like,
this thing sucks.
yeah, it started like being reversed thread. What?
Who switched that camera?
Oh, wait. Think that camera? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, because their live stream. Is he one of the live streamers?
Well, we don't know if Steven, if you're in here, bruh. That's another thing, Mr. Camera. So now,
Word, thanks for coming. Okay.
these cameras, look at this. These things are live streaming the build. Look at it. We can switch cameras and it's so cool. Look at it, Brian. Say hey to everybody. That. Okay, cool. Yep.
There's a little bit of lag there.
There's a little bit of lag, but it's really awesome. That's what we do for our Patreon people. You can watch this stuff live. Okay, we're gonna build stuff. I mean, take shit apart. I need gloves, bro. I need gloves. So pumped.
You a little excited today?
Dude, yeah. We're on episode 3.
What did I tell you about speakers earlier today?
You did. You did tell me about tweakers earlier today. Brian, you want a pair of orange gloves?
I'm good. I'm planning on keeping my hands clean.
this smoke over here. Alright. So, Brian, what are we going to take off first?
Your glove, I guess? I don't know.
I'm trying to get it on. Fingers a little sweaty.
Alright, I think we should start with all the chrome.
I 100% agree. I'm not a fan of all the chrome.
So let's start removing the chrome.
Alright, give me that grinder.
No. Some of this chrome stuff we're going to have to reuse.
Okay.
It may not be chrome when we put it back on, but we're going to need the parts.
Noted. Okay. So we're going these. Wait, can we take this off?
Yes.
Okay.
Formula on. You're welcome. Are you mad now?
Bruh, what?
These are fives, these are fives, those are fives, those are fours, those are fives. That's an 8.
Hold
That's
on,
a
hold on.
five.
Before I start just like willy-nilly, like,
That's a 5.
ain't nothing coming
That's
out
a
of
4.
here.
No. That cover is a cover.
Oh, did you know this is punctured?
Yes. That's why one of the reasons why we're taking that chrome cover off is to see if the cover behind it is damaged.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm just working over here, gents. I'm doing my thing. Real quick like. Man, if only I had a metal magnetic. Oh, that's a flashlight.
Oh, it's already filled with hardware.
Son of a.
It's right there, on the wall.
Nah, bro, like, I ain't grabbing no.
Oh my god, sissy fingers, give me this thing.
You know what? One of us is going to have fingers until they're 50, and one of us is going to be
The
fingerless.
skin on my fingers is as thick as cowhide right now.
Alright, if we were on a pit crew, it would be like this. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Y'all, jeez. Brian, I see this. I see this shit ahead of me.
You see it just flickering just
Yeah.
out of your peripheral?
I want to be so good at this one day that like I can do stuff before you. Oh shit. Okay.
You'll see in just a second while that cover's there. Because that cover's ugly as hell.
Is that literally the only point of this?
Yeah, it's a cover all. Well, they put these on here
We're not
so they
reusing
can
this,
put
right?
a cover now because it's damaged.
Not my garage.
Close. It made a better sound hitting the floor though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they put all this stuff on so they can actually add a cover, but what they're covering are these two
To be a
tabs.
flathead.
Ink ring leaders on.
Wait, what is this?
This is an access cover for the end of the crankshaft so you can turn the motor over.
So literally, you put a flathead in
Big
there.
Giant Welder's a tool for that that's actually as wide as this is so you don't strip this plastic cover. And then this is the spot where you can see your timing marks. So you can set your motor to top dead center so you can do your valve inspections and do stuff like
To
that.
be clear, I wasn't saying right, as in, oh, I understand, I knew what that was. So. Okay, what's another 4? This guy looks like a 4. Can I take this off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
We're taking everything off that's
Wait,
chrome.
should I put these bolts back in here?
Probably.
Ah, see?
That would be a good idea.
I made that mistake once upon a time when I was a young lad, obviously. Haven't made it in years at this point. But, you know. Organized workspace. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Shit. You notice whenever shit happens to me, it's when I'm talking shit.
Yes.
Like,
Because when you're talking shit, you're not paying attention to what you're doing.
ah,
Welcome.
damn.
Welcome to the world of
Welcome
running
to
with your
life.
hands. Yeah, that's usually when car accidents happen and motorcycle accidents happen.
That's why I don't talk shit on the bike.
Are you kidding me? Did you just say those words actually just come out of your mouth?
Maybe.
That's good enough. They ain't gonna go nowhere. It's not like we're riding down the road.
You don't know what we'll do. We're crazy.
I think I do know what we're gonna do. Because it ain't going nowhere with no wheels on it, no gas tank on it, no seat on it.
You have good. Ryan, I'm not a cruiser guy. Don't know nothing about them, but why the hell is that there?
We were just talking about that a little while ago. I'm really not sure.
Like, that's literally nothing.
It's really there just to hide all this.
Oh, the hosing. Okay.
The housing and this
Alright.
little ugly clear plastic thing. So I mean, the gas tank comes down to a certain point, but then that
Yeah.
chrome cover finishes off.
We're gonna be,
Yeah, I think we're gonna rip that off of there.
I hope you're real strong, because there's no way I can rip that off with my baby arms.
That's probably true. I don't know if I can rip it off either. I'd like to try that.
I'm not, can I film?
Sure.
Alright. 5 mil stat. Man, we are so good. Like,
How do you switch to the camera views over here?
what? You click camera B. Yeah. Wait, is this the actual belt thing, or is this just a cover?
It's a cover.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Cruisers have covers like sport bikes have fairings.
Yes.
Way too much.
It's all to beautify everything that's underneath it.
But we want a stripped down,
We don't want it ugly. We want it stripped down.
no frills, as some have said.
You may want to take that kickstand off.
Looks like about an 8.
You may want to take that little sensor off the top first.
I was thinking the same thing. I was just gonna get all my tools together.
Can you guys just have a conversation about acting like you know what you're doing?
Yes.
Would you like something stronger?
No.
You sure?
No.
Did you get it?
Maybe. God, these things were welded on at the fires of Mordor.
Loctite.
Or that.
There you go. This will probably make it a little bit easier.
I'm trying to up my strength.
Your strength.
My strength attribute is not high enough.
And then you're also going to need a shorter extension than this. Like half this size.
I'm working her out, boys. Dang, that Loctite dough. Loctite getting strong with
Works,
the
doesn't
red.
it?
If I hit my finger one more time.
Well, keep your fingers out of the way.
Only gotta be 10% smarter than the thing you're working on.
Is that what I sound like?
No. Nope.
Thank you, bro.
I'm cutting this, right? Like, I'm not.
Not the wire.
Well, indeed. I am failing it.
Now pull. There you go. You got it over?
No,
You sure?
I failed as a human.
Got one more.
Oh my god.
Now, you know why we're cutting those off?
Nope. Oh, because they're attached to the thing we're about to take off. That's the right answer. Ha! Love getting the right answer.
So proud of yourself for making that error. And it didn't go as badly as you thought it was gonna. PowerPoint. I'm not gonna get that thing off.
Oh, right. Power stance.
There you go. Those are on there.
Man, my power stance was learned at the top of a mountain in Asia.
You may want to crack the other one loose first and then drive it.
Oh, there's two. I want a cool graphic that I can do every time I have to do a power stance and be like, power stance. And it's like, it'd be so cool. Oh my god, I watched too much Dragon Ball Z as a kid. Power stance! music?
Besides the whole goofy face you're learning at least.
With no music though, it's so anticlimactic. It's like,
So now that you crack that loose, you probably should.
dude, there's no way the little baby gun's gonna do
I
that.
think it's gonna turn out.
You wanna put money on it?
I don't know how charged the battery is, so no.
100%.
You know what they say for 100%? Hundo P.
Did you have it in reverse or forward? Are you putting it in or taking it out? Take two.
Good call there. All right, so let's we'll cut that and we'll just. All right, we're here doing it for the first time. Definitely didn't just tighten it. Brian, nothing's happened.
Turn it off?
No.
So you definitely didn't tighten it.
It's going in the right direction.
Are you...
Let's try the other one.
It's going.
It's slow as molasses, though.
Yeah, it is slow.
And molasses doesn't even taste that good. It's me personally. Sorry, Brian, I got a power stance ready for it. My body's like a tripod. You know, you spread the legs out and you got stability.
Don't flatter yourself like that, chicks.
What are you talking about, Brian? You know what kind of steady hands I got? I don't even need the tripod.
I'm gonna watch that whole bracket and side stand fall off of there and smash you in the toe.
That's part of my wide stance, so it keeps my toes safe. I wonder if they make steel-toed All-Stars. Should look into that.
You can always just, bend up a piece of steel and tape it on the frame of your shoe.
Great idea. Episode 4. Chase makes his own steel-toed boots.
Steel-toed Chucks.
Chucks, yep. We'll call them Chases. Because my name's not Chuck. Alright.
Now the hardware, back in its home.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. Is there green Loctite?
Is it green?
It looks green, but it could be blue.
Well, look at it better. Is it green or is it blue?
Dude, it's totes. Is green like super strong Loctite?
Is it green or is it blue?
It's green for me.
What's on the bolt?
Ain't nothing on the bolt.
You can't see the Loctite on here?
Come on, bro.
Come on now, man.
Hold on. We gotta clean out the holes.
You're not going to get that bolt out of there like that. There you go. That's a little better. I like it when you ignore me like that. Like I didn't hear anything you just said. I didn't hear it.
Okay, bolts are cleaned out.
There is green, but that's blue.
Why you gotta, like, you know I'm young and impressionable. Why you gotta say stuff like that?
Why do I have to torture you?
There is green, but it's blue and you're white. Just saying. You know what I mean? Colors. Alright.
Now you can finish with that cover.
Finished or like finished for right now?
I'll finish removing that cover that you had to take the side stand off to get the last few bolts, but...
Totes forgot that's what we're doing.
Huh? That's why I was reminding you.
I'm adding this to the pile of death, right?
Well, that's not the pile of death, because it'd be really hard to get off of that bike and leave it anywhere without side stand.
True. Okay, well, good point. Oh my god, there's so many more things.
Yeah, that's why we took the side stand off, and it was in the way.
Yep, noted. Alright. Power stance. Oh wow, that's a joke. What are you laughing back there for, Brian?
Making funnies in the live stream camera.
Guys, what?
I'm not reading anything, are they?
I thought you were back there, like, joking around with your little dudes and your cameras. I'm doing a good job, and nobody can tell me different. Right, camera? Oh, shit. Never mind. I have nobody on my team today.
Is it alright with that lights in the shot?
Yeah.
Because
It's hella bright. I got a real good rim. Alright, cover. Ooh. Alright, that's cool. Checky that. Oh, I'm going to break my finger. Not touching that anymore. Look at that. Belt drive. Woohoo.
I think we can remove it.
Wait, remove what? Oh,
Just leave
the.
this whole thing open.
Is that? I mean, that can't be more dangerous than a chain, open chain.
Nope, no more dangerous.
Is it just these bad boys? Looks like 6s to me.
Kind of does look like 6, doesn't it? Except the belt will be like that. Please God, 6. Oh, we're gonna leave those for now.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna leave those for now.
so you're telling me
It's
the
not
one
gonna come
time?
off until you get the pulley off.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else on this side we can take off for now? Oh, those are covers?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Anything that's chrome on this is a cover.
For real?
Yeah.
Nice.
Except for, mirrors.
Man, I keep after the little kickstand, I'm ready for seriousness. And these covers, jokes. Wait. Oh shit! I didn't put the bolts back in for the hardware. You know, as we say in the biz.
Is that what they say?
I mean, in my biz. It's none of my biz. I am so funny to myself.
Yes, you are.
God, what would I do without me, y'all?
You laugh at somebody else?
Brian got so tired of me taking so long. He is now on the other side, taking the other side.
I'm actually putting shit back on so you can shut your face.
Son of a bitch!
Did you think you were whispering and I couldn't hear you from like 5 feet away? Nope.
What are you putting on? We're supposed to be taking things off.
Oh, there's some shit over here that's dangling and I don't like it dangling, so I'm just, running the bolts back in.
Wait, where did these guys come
What you got there, Chase? What you got there, Chase?
Nothing.
What you got there, Chase?
Brian.
What you got there,
No,
Chase?
wait, that.
What you got there, Chase?
Hold on. I'll figure this out.
What you got there, Chase? What you got there, Chase? What you doing,
Nothing.
Chase? What you got, Chase? What are you doing, Chase?
Brian, just putting the hardware back from whence it came, so that we have no hardware shenanigans happening. Man, that Ride Apparel hat sponsorship nailed it. All right,
That's good enough. There ain't going nowhere.
I don't trust this one though. He gave me a weird look. Okay, hardware reinstalled. Covers. Back from whence we came.
Now, would you leave those covers off or would you put them back on?
Dude, I don't know. Engine kind of looks cool without them.
Well,
You know-
wait until you get them all off and see what they all look like.
True. For now. Boop. Wait, this is. Oh. Where's the?
Why is it sticky?
Yeah, it felt like there was like a little rubber, but nothing happened. There was no rubber.
This is the rubber.
Yeah, but there's nowhere in here for them to go on
So
to.
when you put the rubber against the cylinder head, it heats and cools and heats and cools. And
Oh,
heats
so
and
it's
cools.
just them being next to each other. I see.
So, just so you know, these are washers, and they're just stuck to the rubber.
Oh, so they'll fall out eventually. Should we take them out and put them in the dooley
You
doos?
decide.
If it's up to me, I know how to do things one way, Brian, and that's the right way.
Good for you. I don't believe you, but good for you.
Thanks. That's all that I was really. That's all I was really trying for, to be honest.
Don't take the whole rubber wrap. What you doing?
I'm just trying to get the. Oh God,
It's just a washer.
It's not a washer. It's a little baby thing.
Oh, well, that could have stayed in the rubber. That ain't gonna go nowhere.
Well.
But now it's out.
But I'll put it back. Put it back where I found it.
From whence it came.
Huh?
From whence it came.
From whence it came, of course. I'm a man of returning things to where they belong after the travesty that was the ZX-10. I still remember the face Brian had when he looked at what I had done. I've never seen a person.
I still remember how I feel after I looked at what you had done and I had to go in there and follow you up with it.
Fewer times in my life, Brian, have I seen somebody that disapproving of a job I did.
Well, that was a pretty big job that you had done, so
Yeah.
the possibility of approval and disapproval was large.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got halfway through that take down process, like taking the ZX-10 apart, and I was just like, this is not going well.
All I pictured when you were watching the video of you taking that thing apart was, I don't know if you guys actually remember Faith No More as a band.
No.
So they had a video, music video, MTV, you know, music video,
Yeah.
being that MTV doesn't play videos anymore. But a music video, and at the end of their song, during the outro, there's a goldfish flopping around on the table, just out of water, flopping around, and that's what I saw in my head watching the video of you taking that ZX-10 apart, was you floundering like a fish out of water.
Magikarp status, I'm down. Pokemon jokes. So there's no other covers on this side.
Did you get all 4 washers and all 4 bolts?
I did, yeah. Wait,
2 off the other one?
wait, the other one has the same stuff?
Son of a... Why wouldn't it?
You know, I didn't think that far into this whole process.
Is that thunder?
Huh.
Son of a bitch, I'm getting wet on the ride home.
Only to go with this lightning.
I like lightning and thunder, but the whole getting wet part is never really a whole lot of fun when you're riding.
Look, Brian, think of it this way. The more moisturized you stay, the younger you stay. That's what Heather doesn't have.
I have oily skin, and I have to worry about getting rained on to keep my skin moist.
I'm the opposite. What about you, Luke? You got oily skin? Luke does.
I don't know.
The look of disapproval on your face from the question was awesome. You were like,
I don't even know how to respond to this. Luke's over there thinking, I don't even know what kind of skin I have.
What's the scale? Like, how do
That's a
you
good
measure
question.
it?
If
What-
you have scales, then you're probably dry. From what I
very
heard.
true. That is a good point.
Okay, washers on, bolts back in, covers off.
You want to take this little doohickey off while we're here?
No, I'm gonna cut that.
You don't have to cut it. It has 2 bolts in it.
Wait, what? Oh, we don't get to keep the rod. I was thinking we were gonna.
Because that's exactly what you want to do, right next to all the fuel lines.
Okay, good point, Brian. So,
I know you like to cut stuff because it's fun, but when you can take 2 bolts out instead of covering the room with little metal shards, it's probably best just to. It's a 5. It's probably.
what?
It's probably best just to unbolt it when you can just let me do this to give you a little bit more room to work and see what size bolt it is that you're trying to take out there. You may
Power
need a ratchet
stance.
for this one.
No
I'm
ratchets.
going to tell you right, you're going to hurt yourself.
Power stance. Y'all ever done something where you just close your eyes and hope for the best, and then like it works out really?
I don't know if you can see that through there because Chase is in the way, but
Alright, let's do it again.
oh, sad again. Did you grab the wrong socket? Did you grab a 4 or did you grab a 6? You grabbed the 6, didn't you?
Oh, 7.
Are you looking for the 5 that's already on the lift? Because you already used it? Or is it 4 on the left that you already used?
Oh, thank God it's a 4. Jesus Christ.
That would have been embarrassing. And
Doesn't go in there nice, does it?
it's in there.
Don't strip it. You're tightening, not loosening.
You only get 10% smarter.
You just tighten the out of that thing.
Man,
And then you're lucky that didn't break.
it was freaking flipped and shit. Like,
It's not upside down.
it kind of was.
It's not upside down.
It was kind of upside
I don't know what's upside down about a bolt head facing the sky. What's upside down about that? That'd be right side up, wouldn't it? Not upside down?
This show was so much better when I was just filming. God.
When you were just
now I'm
filming.
here to.
Now you take some abuse and you learn some shit. It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
You either have to pay for your education in money,
Or you have
Or
to be
humility.
embarrassed. But yeah.
you pay for
Alright.
money or humility. Which do you choose?
I took the cheap route. All right.
I could very easily stand here and not make fun of you and charge you lots of money.
That's true. Well, you know what? Since I've got student loans, so I've already tried the route of paying.
I should put these
I
back.
have to put those back in and snug them down.
Yeah, I've already gone to pay lots of money for the
Education.
student loans thing, and now I'm making YouTube videos.
Well, I'm sure you learned some stuff in your pay-for education that
Dude.
allows you to make YouTube videos better.
I totes. Yeah, a little bit. I can make thumbnails better thanks to my education.
If anything, you're more proficient at teaching yourself new things.
Dude, totes right. Is this one of the new ratchets? Because this is great. No, this little angle thing. I'm going the wrong direction again. Wow. What is wrong with me? The
What
bolts.
happens when you're not paying attention? You're already too broke from paying student loans, now you can't afford to pay attention. So that's why you keep turning bolts in the wrong direction.
Somebody grab a fire extinguisher because Brian's on fire.
I lost it.
I'm on thunder.
On Thundercats.
Oh,
Nice job. Freaking
Thundercats was my
joke.
time. I don't know what you're talking about, Thundercats.
I would watch Thundercats. I'm all down with you. Even though it's like a cat version of Power Rangers, but whatever. What's
Can I bring my pants and my boots in from the rain?
that'd probably be smart.
That'd probably be smart. You can just,
I got an idea.
right here,
Here we go. You are going to.
just
Oh wait.
click the other camera so they can't see that one.
Well, no, this one's. I don't know what I'm doing in my
I don't know
life
what
anymore.
you're doing either, damn it. Wait, what? Oh, God.
Stuck in my waterproof pants are just out there in the rain.
That would suck.
Along
They're
with
under the
my-
awning, so I don't think they're getting wet.
Oh, everything's dry. You're good. Go team.
It's still sunny.
It's still sunny in Philadelphia.
How's it going, everybody?
Thank you. Alright, that lasted way less of time than I expected. What? I can't control the garage door by the computer.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be sweet. Don't tempt me. I'll figure it out. Alright. I have to have, I see when I can see myself, I go from this to, oh, nope. All right, this camera, sure, cool, all right. Where we at, bro?
What were you doing?
Taking the bolts out, put the bolts back in.
Oh,
You
are
know it's snug
Are
now.
they snug down yet?
I mean, they're,
Without, like super over tightening, because you gotta remember there was something underneath these. So there may not be a whole lot of room
yeah.
underneath the actual bolt.
It's actually
And
good.
if you over tighten it coming down, you could break something out right here. So it obviously went down and touched.
Yeah,
Without
they're,
an issue.
they're tight.
So just make them snug and then that's it.
They should be good. Dude, this little
more chrome to take off.
I don't think there's any more cream over here.
Set up on the shelf.
No.
I think if we need to beautify this side later, we make hose covers and like steel braided, or we just leave black.
Cool.
I think it looks fine without it. I mean, the gas tank is going to come down to here.
Yeah, I'm kind of down with the whole like.
And I really actually like it without the fake chrome covers on it.
Yeah, the mechanically look is pretty.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Other side.
All right.
What we need to do
Now.
is we need to get a lift that we can spin around in a circle.
I don't know if they make that, but I'm down for when they do. All right, so I'm gonna do cinematic-y shots over here. Thank you, sir. Boo, boo.
What am I supposed to be looking for with Tom? 2703, what does that mean?
That just means how much footage we have left
Okay.
before I have to do it. No.
When I hit 0, it blows up, right?
Just like the things at the store. Alright, that's for you. Okay. Brian, feel free to.
I think I do need a wrong answer button. That's a damn good idea. I like it.
I hear you, Brian. I'm working over here.
I don't know if you read the...
I'm working over. I saw it. I didn't comment on it, but I
Shelly
saw
said Brian needs some sort of game show wrong answer button to hit when Chase starts to do something ridiculous.
it. Now that we're doing it, like now that we're doing the build like we are, I feel like we could totally have something like that.
I need an air horn. One of
No,
them little
No,
handheld.
the hell you don't. No.
So when
sir.
you're doing shit wrong, you stop immediately. Oh, that's it. I'm going to get one now.
I second the motion.
Of course you second the motion. Of course you have.
Oh, that's a great idea. Shelly, you're my new favorite.
No, y'all have to ask everybody on there. If you can get most of those people agreeing, then we'll do an error.
Just type yes in the chat.
All right, one-time question for everybody out there in the live stream that are in the chat. If you think I should have a little pocket-sized air horn to honk every time Chase is about to do something dumb, just type yes into the feed. So we
Or give them options. You can type no.
get yes or no. Yes or no. If you want it, yes. If you don't, no. And we'll see how that whole thing goes. I think Chase is going to be very upset with the answers.
I don't like the level of confidence that you speak with. I don't appreciate
Could you imagine
that.
how happy these people would be if I hit you with the air horn and every time I did that, tools and hardware went flying?
Dude, you would scare the shit out of me.
It'd be awesome. Heather would hate me.
That's true.
She would absolutely hate me.
Maybe I would have to wear some type of like headphones, and then you have a button that you press that the sound only goes down in my headphones. That way
or I could
Heather
just get
doesn't
like
kill us all.
Or I can get just like a really inexpensive taser.
I'm filming, so I'm busy.
We'll figure something out. How about just like a motorcycle air horn, like the sound bomb, and just burp every time you're about to do something dumb. How does that sound?
I'm just gonna be like, babe, on Sundays, like, just leave.
Every 5 or 6
get away
minutes, you're gonna
from
hear a honk.
Send her to the spa. Spa day!
Yep. All right, babe, it's Sunday spa day. She gets to be relaxed and pampered, and I get to be air horned. What a great compromise.
You should ask her opinion.
There could be some worse things besides an air horn.
I'm not lying. I'm not disagreeing that there could be worse things. Okay, cinematics are done. Make sure I tighten that because I don't trust myself. It looks like everybody's saying no in the chat. I guess that's no to an air horn. Yep. You guys don't worry about the comments. We'll just switch the camera.
Chase is a bad liar.
Hold on, this camera's gonna get jerky. I'm gonna put you guys on camera too.
Chase is a bad liar.
Son of a bitch. It's so heavy. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right. Yes, the air horn. We see you people. Type yes. Get an air horn. Scare the shit out of you. Let him shit on the live stream. All right.
Oh, man, could you
outside.
imagine how many views that thing would get? If I
God,
air horn you,
no.
shit your pants?
I'd watch that. I'd like and subscribe.
Man. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for that.
Dude, what's up with us pulling grass out of bikes?
Well, this thing was, crashed.
Good point. All right, back to the other side. Are we still on chrome removal duty? That's what I was thinking. Looks like a 5.
Don't worry, you'll get there, Chase.
You think by the end of this season I'll have my I'll know?
I'm hoping by the end of the season you'll know the difference between a nut, a bolt, a rim, a tire, a hub, a spoke.
I mean, you're gonna be let down. Probably.
Now, I don't think you're going to be able to eyeball hardware yet, but you may be able to know the difference between nuts and bolts and tires and wheels.
Yeah, well, we are doing like different tires and wheels and stuff like that. Oh wait, I'm gonna switch cameras.
I got it.
Thanks,
Okay,
Brian.
I got the button. I got the button.
Dude, what is this giant thing I'm taking off right now? Oh my god.
What is it?
Looks like some sort of air filtration device.
Man, that air filter's disgusting.
Smell it.
Ooh,
It
look
smells
at that
glorious
thing.
though.
Oh god.
It smells like that nasty gas, doesn't it?
Yeah, that smells so. Oh my lord. God. Dude, that smells like a junkyard. Like.
I can smell from here now.
Oh god. Okay.
Up there.
This doesn't deserve that area.
Just put it way up on top.
Can we get a new air filter? Can we like not have
We
it?
are going to get a completely new intake manifold.
Is that this?
Yep, that
Or-
entire thing is going to go bye-bye.
Okay. So do we? Can I?
Take that whole thing off.
Oh Jesus.
There's hardware.
Yeah, there is hardware. There's like a back asswards. All right, hold on. Let me reinstall this.
Somebody's already modified this air box. That's
Really?
why the filter is so dirty. There's
Oh,
supposed to be a
shit.
hole like this big in there. They cut this whole thing out.
So what would have been like that area bigger, dude?
You get more airflow, but if you don't tune your bike to have that much air going through the motor, it just makes less power instead of more.
So they literally could have thought they were like making their bike faster.
And they were making it slower for sure.
That's hilarious. That's some me shit.
That's a very, very common thing to happen in the motorcycle world. People throw parts at bikes not knowing what those parts are actually going to do.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they may know what the parts are going to do, but then they don't do the entire process. When you add more air, then you need to add more fuel. And if you don't put something on your motorcycle that can add more fuel,
Yeah.
well then now you're just running your bike very, very lean and you lose horsepower.
So is adding more fuel something like a fuel commander or a power commander?
Some sort of fuel management system. There's going to be more than just 2 bolts.
You had one sentence that went from that.
That right there needs an air horn.
Fair enough. Did it? Y'all caught that, right? Like it was. You
continuous
literally
sentence?
went from one sentence and like it. That was great. That was so phenomenal.
That sentence never ended.
Yeah. Yeah, and it, like that was almost like a transition sentence.
There's actually still one more piece of hardware in that piece that you were. That's what I was actually referring to.
This little sneaky guy. I'm too over here focused on Brian's run-on sentence or transition sentence.
And then instead of taking that nut off of the bottom, you can remove the whole bracket that's holding it on.
How do you just like?
This is what I do, Chase. You gotta remember, I'm not trying to be an asshole and I'm not trying to be full of myself in any way, shape, or form, but I'm 3 or 4 steps ahead of what you're doing at all times.
Okay, fair enough.
So while you're taking this stuff apart, I'm looking on to not what your next piece of hardware is, but your next piece of equipment. There's 2 bolts holding that bracket on. Nothing on a motorcycle is held on with 1 bolt.
Oh, there's
Unless it's like a mirror where you can only put 1 bolt in it.
Yep.
You already have a tool for it.
I wanted to see tech, so I'm lazy.
You're been abused enough that now you have no more strength.
There's no more strength left. Oh, this bracket is part of. I'm with you. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's Easter, and I'm grabbing them
You
eggs.
may want to hold that thing so it doesn't fall on you. There you go. Is there a hose on it? Is that a crankcase breather?
Yeah, it looks like definitely a crank trail.
You can't even say the word.
Jesus Christ.
So your crankcase breather is always routed to your airbox in some way, shape, or form, so it rebreathes all of that oil fume air, and it burns it off instead of getting it out into atmosphere.
Saving the environment.
That's exactly all.
One bobber at a time.
That's all it is. It's emissions regulated. Crankcase breathers used to just be a hose that would stick up and be tied off to the frame somewhere. It wouldn't always go back to the airbox. Now those two bolts obviously have to go back in again.
Yeah. That I figured. Look how much space that opens up.
Oh yeah.
That is insane. And there's this giant ass, ugly ass, chrome ass. Man,
There are reasons behind the size of the air box that you have. A lot of it has to do with what style of filter that they run and how many parts per million it filters
Yeah.
versus how much volume of air you need to control before it goes into the intake.
Huh.
If it's not controlled properly, you wind up with like air voids and swirls inside, and the air doesn't move efficiently through the airbox. So then you just don't get air through it. It's like if you have a funnel and you're pouring liquid in the funnel.
Yeah.
If you pour too much liquid in the funnel at once, the funnel fills.
You want some what?
The funnel will fill up
Oh yeah.
if you pour too much liquid in it at once. But if you pour it in against one side and at the right pace, it swirls and goes down the funnel very quickly.
Right.
So that's kind of what you're looking at in the airbox. As the air comes in, as the engine is drawing air through the airbox, it creates a vortex, a swirl. So you need to control the swirl with the shape of the airbox and the style of filter.
That's some deep shit, Brian.
I mean, airflow is one of the most important things about an engine. It's really nothing more than a giant air pump.
Yeah.
You know, it is an air compressor.
So what would we have to do to get like a little turbo right here that just goes and just go?
You know how turbos work, right?
Nope.
Turbos work off of exhaust gas pressure.
Exhaust gas pressure.
So the exhaust gas that comes out of your engine
Uh-huh.
is piped to the backside of the turbocharger. As the exhaust gases go past the turbocharger fin, it spins it.
That's a little.
So there's two halves to a turbo. There's an exhaust side and an intake side.
Okay.
So the exhaust gases will spin the turbine in your turbo
Okay.
and create a forced induction on the other side that now feeds your intake.
So a turbo is reusing your.
No, not reusing. It uses your exhaust gas, but it doesn't reuse the exhaust.
Well,
It uses the exhaust gas to turn your turbo to force feed air into the motor.
So a turbo is literally just mechanical shit.
Yes,
That.
completely mechanical.
Huh.
So is a supercharger is completely mechanical. The difference between a turbocharger and a supercharger is a turbocharger uses exhaust gases to spin the fan, whereas a supercharger uses the power of the engine to turn the fan.
Interesting. So a supercharger is more efficient.
It is more efficient, but it takes horsepower to turn it.
But the more horsepower, the faster it can turn.
Yes. So there is that give and take with a supercharger that to turn, but the bigger the supercharger you have, the more horsepower it takes to turn it. So you have to find that right variance between how much power it takes to turn the supercharger versus how much power the supercharger makes.
Can you have a turbo and a supercharger?
So actually, people have been working on that very recently. That they'll have,
Why are they just now working on
Because forced induction people were kind of outcast when it came to the sporting world.
Huh.
A lot of people believe that, you know, forced induction is cheap. It's like nitrous. You know, it's just a cheap way to add power.
Yeah.
Then they realized that, oh shit, we're falling behind because all these people are using forced induction and they're making mass amounts of power. So originally, to get around your whole turbo lag thing, because if you think about it, you let go of the throttle and your engine stops making pressure, so it stops turning the turbo.
Yeah.
Whereas a supercharger won't do that, so there's no lag with a supercharger. So you let go of the throttle, the turbo stops making boost until you get back on the throttle again, but you have to get the engine spinning hard enough to spin the turbo again. So there's that little bit of time lapse, that lag between on-off throttles and turbo boost, which a supercharger doesn't have. So the way that they originally started to fix that is they put two turbos on, a small one and a big one.
One small one so it could rev
The
up easier.
small one will get the rev from the lower RPMs to turn the bigger one in the bigger RPMs, and you make a more even amount of boost throughout the rev range. And you do away with some of your turbo lag that way.
There's a hole here. Is that?
Is there?
Never mind. Why is that? Why is this?
I couldn't even tell you.
The hell is?
Yeah, they probably could have made it hollow, but they probably needed something in here. There's a bearing in here. And there's a shaft that comes out that sits in those bearings, so they needed something to hold that bearing in place.
Dude, you could like put a hot pocket.
You
in
can put
here.
your weed in there, man.
That just shows you our priorities. I mean,
you
I
probably
guess
cook your weed in there, but you put your weed in there.
you could put a weed brownie, and it would be warm by the time you got done writing, and then
Now we know how you're thinking.
I'm fat, dude. man.
It's all about the edibles for you, huh?
I guess whatever is edibles just edible weed, or is edibles like is edibles you would think is edible drugs, or is edibles? This is a conversation for another channel. Not for reflective. Okay, the hot pocket hole is open. Case open. No other crumb. Son of. I saw it before I ended.
You're not ending anything right now.
I'm ending this streak of idiot. Wait, why are you grabbing stuff?
Because you're going to need it.
What? How do you know?
Chestnut.
Because you already needed it for the other side, but you put the tool away.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep rolling. Keep rolling,
And
rolling.
when you're ready
rolling,
for that,
rolling.
you'll understand why I gave it to you.
Washers. Cover up. Washers. Oh my god, never mind. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Brian. Glad you're playing chess, not checkers. AKA chestnut checkers.
I mean, I said it not too long ago.
I know. It's the sad thing. It really is.
It's not sad.
You remember in season 2 where I was like, hey Brian, how many seasons do you think it will be before I can take a bike apart myself?
Do you remember the answer?
No.
I remember the answer.
What was your number?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Shit. We're on season, this is 3. We're a third of the way before Chase can take an entire bike apart. Wait, do you think by season 10, so season 11, you think I could run the entire season by myself?
Yep.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And it would be way faster than that if you put nearly as much effort into this as you did filming. You put a lot of effort into your filming. So, if you were to put as much effort into working on motorcycles as you did into filming, you would do it a lot faster.
If I spend as much time in research with anything as much as I do filming. I feel like I could learn a lot of stuff. But so much satisfaction in filming things. Killing it, boys. So Brian, what's the difference now that you're in like Yoda mode? Like, I know part of you is like,
My hands are clean, and I will leave here not tired,
interesting.
and I will leave here and my hands won't ache. And
I really feel like I'm gonna learn a lot more by doing it.
absolutely, there's no better way to learn than to do.
Because boy, I found out the wrong way to take a bike apart real quick.
We got other chrome stuff here?
Where? We got a chrome death pile.
See, like that one, we're definitely gonna have to reuse.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we can leave that thing open.
What? It looks so cool though.
Now, we literally could not put this cover back on.
Wait, what? This whole thing? Oh, you're
The
just
chrome.
talking about the chrome.
The chrome.
Okay, okay.
You're gonna have to put that cover back on, because that looks retarded. You know, but this cover, you can take all these bolts out
Yeah.
and either paint them black or accent color or something like that, put them back in again, and they'll be like accent bolts around. It'll probably look pretty cool.
Good idea,
You know what I'm saying? So we're blacking out the motor without really
Dude,
changing it.
rank bike rebuild decal right there.
Sure.
Black, matte, to go.
Well, I would say shiny on here because this is already matte.
I meant, yeah.
Yeah, the opposite of whatever's here. I got what you're saying.
All right.
I stole your chair.
Wait, do we need to take this little flapper off?
Well, there's kind of a lot of the stuff attached to that.
Okay.
So why don't we follow where that all goes and see if there's anything else that we have to take off before we can take that off.
So we probably need to take off this little guard.
Let's take that guard off and see where we're at behind there. And that's going to do the same thing with those washers on it. Oh, those are collar washers even.
So from your opinion, how's the bike looking so far?
It looks better and better every time you take something off.
I mean, like as far as like the damage that we were like kind of expecting for this bike.
I'm actually surprised at how little damage there was on it.
Do you think those little crash bars like saved a lot of it?
If those weren't on there, it probably would have cracked the engine cases.
Oh shit.
If not the engine cases, at least at very minimum the stator cover on the outside,
Oh yeah, because it already
which
had.
would have been very similar to the monster damage, where it was that cover, and then it kind of nicked the engine case.
Yeah.
I would have foreseen about the same on this if those engine guards weren't there. I just really hope that whoever crashed this thing got his leg out from behind that thing
Yeah.
before it got folded over.
Oh shit, can you imagine crashing and then you
Be
freaking-
trapped underneath the motorcycle, pinned to it because a steel bar, like a mouse trap, swung shut over your leg.
Oh
Yeah, that would have been no fun at all. Turn it over. Go with the right leg in so I can see what it looks like. There's like a little tab. Does it open or slide off?
It looks like it slides.
Is there a release on it or not?
Yeah.
So use your little pick that you have over here, pull the release and slide it out. Without poking a hole in the wrist.
Oh, I think I see it. Yeah. I'll stay with that.
Try to open it in the opposite direction.
So that's slipped.
Okay. What are you seeing, Brian?
You trying to release it in the wrong direction?
Yeah. Or it was deeper into it than I thought. Okay, so we'll put those guys back in. Where the hell did it go? Alright, one was there, two were over here, and then one of them was up top somewhere.
cable again a little slower.
We're gonna revisit that in a moment. Am I that?
You really can't see it? Which way did it go in?
Motherfucker, on the top, what?
Then you probably put it in with your fingers.
Brian knows the strength I got in my fingers.
Yeah, there's no Loctite on it. You should be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we're following these. So we're trying to find where we can unplug these, right?
Well, what are they that we're looking at?
Brake and brake. Why are there two lines?
Because one goes to the reservoir, and the other one goes to the caliper.
Right. Okay.
So instead of putting the reservoir up there where they normally are in a cruiser, they ran it back here and hit it. Okay.
This little piece of shit.
Yeah, that's your reservoir.
So how the dude adding any brake fluid to that would be
You do it from the top.
where? Bro. That'd be such a pain in the dick. Like, you take your bike in to get like rear brake reservoir put in, they're like, yeah, $350.
Look. Here's a bolt right there.
Uh-huh.
And then make a hole so you can get to the bolt. And then that will drop and you can pull the reservoir out here so you can refill it. And then you slide it back in and put the bolt back in.
Okay. Maybe
You
not.
gotta remember, this is Yamaha. They,
True.
for the most part, they think of everything ahead of time.
Yeah. Like a certain guy I know. Alright. So should we what's the best route
So what
to
else needs to be removed?
get to the reservoir?
Well, once you pull the reservoir, how are you gonna get it out? Which way is it gonna go?
I mean, easiest is that way.
Well, then you have to get brake fluid everywhere.
Exactly.
So if you want to take the entire brake system off in one piece, what would you have to do?
I mean,
If you didn't want to drain the brake system,
You don't wanna
disassemble
drain
it, what would you have to do to get all that stuff out of the way?
I mean, I want to say take that stuff off, but to get because this is the biggest item, so you'd have to bring all these things this way.
Right.
So you'd have to take, what is this, the coolant?
That's
Is this the coolant?
the reservoir.
Cruisers are laid out so weird. So yeah, you would have to take the fuel extra thingy jigger. I felt so good. Right? You would have to take that out.
Can you get that master cylinder reservoir through there without taking that out?
I mean, probably. I don't know.
So what are some quick ways to make some room without removing everything?
Unplug to it.
There you go. So that's where you start.
You think that's enough room though?
It should be. It may not. If it's not, then we'll move some other stuff.
Right.
Big.
Wait, I can't unplug. Oh wait, that's a cable, not a hose. Okay.
Correct.
Woo, boy, I thought gas was about to go everywhere. That'd be a bad move.
That's plenty of room.
2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Got you. Oh god. There's the sound. See, this is why we need we need to have a mobile camera, so we could put the camera over here so those guys can see stuff. That's hella necessary.
Or you can spin the lift.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. Is the reservoir held on by that one bolt?
Yep.
Alright. Pop.
So if this goes against everything I said earlier, where nothing on a motorcycle is held on by one bolt.
Oh! moments and then appreciate them.
You did.
What the hell is that gas flame? Oh, that's the shop. Dude, the shop totally looks like one of those flamethrowers. Look at the material inside of there. Right?
Okay, so this should now just come.
Oh shit, oh shit. You got a lot of faith that that cap is on tight.
It better be, otherwise it'll be brick fluid everywhere.
Good point. Wait, where'd it go?
Right here.
Oh shit.
Alright. Okay, so let's go back on there.
Okay, so now with this, with our little attempt at getting the entire rear brake system off, how the hell do you think we about to get this fat boy through here without taking the coolant off?
Take the coolant off. It's just a reservoir, it's not the entire radiator.
Stop there. We got 47.
40 seconds? Okay, cool. We'll stop. We'll pause there. Alright. We will go to GH5 cam. Alright, dudes. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go dump footage. We need a, all the way up. We need a cool name to call this segment. But it's basically Chase goes and dumps footage and you guys get to talk to Brian, which is this little head right here. Ask him any questions that you want about bikes and stuff. Dude
Yes,
knows
about
a lot
bikes.
Yeah, dude knows a
About
lot
bikes.
only about bikes. I'm not.
I don't
gonna
have
be-
glasses on, so it should be fun to read
read it?
anything that you guys have over here. No questions yet, but it'll take a second for them to.
You guys are working on like a 30 to 45 second delay, so just be ready for that.
That's better. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Again.
I gotta, yeah.
Pick brain. Pick brain's brain.
You like memory dump, huh? Yeah. Supermoto or dual sport build? I don't know. Right now we're doing a bobber right now, so I don't know what's in the works for later. I'm not so much an off-road person, so I like supermotos personally. Most hated bike to work on or a brand? That's a good one. There's a lot of bikes that I hate to work on. Most hated brand? BRP, for sure. Very, very difficult to work on. What about a cafe racer? Not sure about that. Most hated motorcycle to work on besides brand and besides BRP has got to be Honda VFR. It's probably one of my least favorite machines to work on.
Cafe race.
Oh, next build. Well, you know, being as much modification that we're going to wind up doing on this particular machine, I think our next build is probably going to be something that's going to be a little bit more simple. And a cafe racer is going to be one of those things that will require a lot of modification and you know, it may not be our next one, but it's definitely something that's in the thought process. I just don't know when we're going to get to it. We may require some more stuff that we don't have here to do something like that. So, what style of bike could Chase learn the most from? Well, I think we're doing it right now with the Cruiser here. He's got very, very little Cruiser experience, and just learning how to use your deductive reasoning is a big learning process, and that's something where he's at right now, being that it's dissimilar from what he's used to, and there's no better way to learn. So I think Chase will take a lot away from this season. Besides the fact that we're making him do everything instead of him watching me do it. Yeah, I think he's going to learn a whole lot from this whole thing. Being able to look at things a little bit differently and understanding that it's pretty much all the same stuff, just laid out in a different order or different direction. So I'm very, very excited for the season, and I think you guys out there, you know, in YouTube land or even here on the live stream, are going to be pretty impressed with what our finished product is going to be with this machine. I really don't think it's going to be recognizable from day one rolled in wrecked to you know, end of episode 20 or 25 or however far we have to take it to get this thing completed. By the time we get there, it's going to be a pretty special machine. I think y'all are going to like it. Okay, well, I like to ride a little bit of everything. Not so much an off-road rider because trees don't move. And I have a pretty good mindset for how people react in traffic. So I prefer the street, but I do like to ride pretty much any kind of street bike that's out there. There's nothing that I really wouldn't ride. But going through different styles of machines is always fun. Easier bikes to work on are sport bikes. They are laid out in such a way that they are. Let me start that over again. Most sport bikes are laid out in a way that they are meant to be repaired very quickly in the pit. You know, race bikes need to be serviced and torn down and repaired after crashes at the racetrack very, very quickly. So in most cases, sport bikes give you fast access to all the stuff that is really, really necessary. So that stuff I find easier to work on. And everything is lightweight, so you know, maybe a little bit more difficult to get off the front wheel of a sport bike, but once you get it off, it's nice and light versus something like this where cruiser wheels are substantially heavier to work with, so they're kind of just a little bit more difficult. Goldwing maintenance. If you're proficient and you feel confident enough in your abilities to maintain your wing, I mean, if you're doing stuff like, you know, oil changes and you know, stuff like that, yes. If you know, you want to change spark plugs, yes. Lube and adjust your cables, yes. But there is some stuff on a wing that really should be left to a professional. I know it sounds silly, but the brake system on a Goldwing is very complicated, and doing something as simple as bleeding the brake system, there is a very specific process to it. And without the correct tools and the right information, it is very easy to get that wrong and wind up with no brakes. So there are certain things that you can do on a Goldwing on your own, and there are certain things that I don't really suggest. You know, it's a center stand machine, so you know, taking wheels off is fairly easy. At least the front wheel is fairly easy to get off. But that being said, the brake and anti-dive system on a wing is a little bit different than what most people are used to, and torque specs and the order in which things are reassembled are very important. And then as far as taking off the back tire, as you can see from the wing, it's not something that's very simple. There is a kind of a trap door that's removable on the back of the machine. And that makes it easier for the wheel to come out, but it's still not easy. Easier, but still not easy, so. We are not going to hardtail the bobber. We want this machine to be comfortably rideable for whoever it winds up going to. and I don't find anything wrong with having a soft tail bobber. I wouldn't make a bobber out of a twin shock machine, but a soft tail, you can still get the same look that you want without sacrificing. And then having a hardtail, I don't know if you've ever ridden a hardtail, but they are not fun to ride. And, you know, it's not something that you want to be on for any length of time. And, you know, the few hardtails that I've actually ridden myself are, you know, when you get off, you're sore. No matter how short the ride is, when you get off a hardtail bike, it's not comfortable. Very minimal experience on Triumphs. I can tell you, well, if you're looking at a Bonneville or something like that, they're a little bit more simple, but if you're looking at a newer Triumph that has a lot of electronics on it, you're definitely going to want to have a local shop that you are friends and familiar with, because you'll be visiting them pretty regularly, especially if you're buying one that has been crashed. So the Triumphs I would put kind of in the same realm as Ducati, where, you know, the mechanical stuff is not very difficult, but the electronics without the right software are nearly impossible. So well, at least there's, if you're only at Chase Season 1 level, I have to tell you that Chase has not progressed very far from Season 1. He's learned a few things, and he's using them to the best of his ability, but his base knowledge hasn't changed a whole lot yet. You know, it's simple stuff, changing handlebars and levers and, you know, cables and, you know, maybe a gas tank. That stuff is fairly easy, and you know, you could definitely YouTube some videos on how to do that stuff to give yourself a heads up as to how difficult it is. If you think it's something that's a little bit too much for your ability, then I suggest taking it to somebody that's a professional. So especially when you're messing with brakes or cables and fueling, I mean, all that stuff, there's very little to a motorcycle, and it's all very important. So you don't want to put yourself in any danger. What else we got here? Well, Moto Butters. It's an interesting screen name. Moto Butters. Good luck at MMI. Put your head down, do your work, learn as much as you can, ask as many questions as you can. The more questions you have that get answered, the better off you're going to be. I personally went to the Phoenix campus, and it's been a very long time since I've been back there, so I can't really tell you who to look for and who to look out for. But if you learn how to read people, you know, make friends with the right people, people that are there to work and learn, and not people that are there just to party like it's some sort of college thing. So.
Brian, why are you talking to these people?
Because they want me to. They have questions for me.
Are we? Wait, this is your first mechanic talk. Did I interrupt you mid-sentence?
Yes.
Dang it.
As usual, Chase.
Thanks, Brian.
Interrupter. What I consider modern is bikes with ABS, fuel injection, traction control, stuff like that is a little hard to get around if you're not familiar. So if you're looking for something that you want to work on your own in your garage and you don't have a real good base of knowledge, and something pre-fuel injection, carburetor work is not easy either, but it's doable, whereas fuel injection is all electronic controlled and you require computers and software and stuff like that. So I like adventure bikes. I like them a lot. I'm just too short to ride them. So what do you think about adventure bikes?
I think we should do our next bike as an adventure bike.
Just so I can't ride it?
Well, that is kind of sad. We
Thanks,
should
Chase.
rally it the hell out, though.
wouldn't it be cool?
Yeah, but then you're really just making a dirt bike.
A really
Big dirt bike?
Oh wait, no, I lied. Next bike has to be a supermoto. I already told the people it'd be a supermoto.
Well, somebody was asking here if you're doing Supermoto next. I wasn't sure if that was the layout, so.
Yeah, so in my head originally it was Naked Monster, ZX10 Sport. It was going to be a cruiser, ended up being want to be a bobber. Then it was going to be a supermoto, and I felt that by the 5th season I would have built up to be able to do a cafe race.
Okay.
But the question is, how different is a supermoto to an adventure bike, like an adventure-y thing?
It's exact opposite of an adventure bike.
That's a good point.
You know, and a supermoto, you're taking a dirt bike and building it for the street, and then
Adventure bike would be expensive though, because
it's going to start expensive and finish expensive.
You think they'll cost more to get you
Absolutely.
the right one?
Adventure machines are typically very expensive machines to begin with.
I've never looked into them, so I don't.
I mean, an adventure machine. What are you talking about when you think of an adventure machine?
So a Super Tenere.
Expensive.
Multistrada.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Trying to find a wreck.
GS 1150, 1250,
the
expensive.
Africa Twin. would be in there.
Africa Twin is probably the least expensive one you're going to find.
Interesting.
You know, because that's the least expensive adventure, but pretty much the least expensive adventure bike out there.
Well, they've got the Versas. Those aren't terrible. But like, how adventure are they?
They're not. I mean,
Yeah.
they do make like an adventure version of it.
Actually, yeah, the Versas is more of like a touring. It's not
and
really.
it looks like an adventure bike.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with the V-Strom.
Oh, really?
The V-Strom is pretty much a street bike that's set up to look like an adventure bike.
Really?
I would not take a V-Strom.
Yeah.
No matter how it's set up, I would not take that thing on anything more off-road than a fire road.
Yeah.
You know, something like that, because they're just the balance and the weight distribution and the height of the balance point
Yeah.
is just, it's way too high, way too
Adventure.
heavy.
The whole adventure space is somewhere that I don't know shit about.
It's a completely different style of riding.
That's what I. Yeah.
You know, it's a mixture between street and off-road, and
Yeah. It's like the culmination of everything.
and I mean, you're not an adventure rider unless you've got thousands of miles of seat time. You don't get on your first bike as an adventure rider.
Yeah.
You will never survive off-road,
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to take a bike that's that big, that powerful, and that heavy onto loose gravel and dirt and
See,
mud.
that's one thing that I see. Like, because I've done the first rides on bigger bikes, and I'm like, so you're telling me you take this big ass bike and you go
Off-road.
over dirt? Cause like, you're on dirt. If what happens on my supermoto happens on an adventure bike, bruh.
It
It
does,
would
but
not
it
be
does
good.
it differently because of the weight.
Yeah.
You know, so when the front end or the back end starts to move around on you when you're riding off-road on an adventure bike, it happens in slow motion. But you have a lot more bike to correct for.
Yeah.
You can't just stick a foot down when you're on an adventure bike that weighs 500 pounds, 550 pounds, and put your foot down and balance yourself. You're going to snap an ankle. You know, you really, really
Yeah.
need to be a good, proficient off-road rider
Interesting.
to ride an adventure bike off-road.
Huh.
You know.
All right.
What else we got here? There's a couple more questions, and then we're going to get back to it. Carbs intimidate everybody. They're really very, very simple. You just have to be very meticulous at your disassembly and reassembly. Pay lots of attention to where everything is when it comes apart, and make sure it goes back to where it was. You're very welcome for the input. Putting a Power Commander on an M109 is not easy. You have to take gas tank off, you have to take the airbox off, you have to take the air inlets right and left off, and then you have to run your wiring, and you have to run it a certain way so it'll fit underneath your air inlets and your airbox and not pinch wires, and it's not an easy install for a Power Commander on that particular machine. I don't enjoy putting those on. But you know, when they pay me to do it, you got to do what you got to do. Once you get the Power Commander on, though, Power Commanders are very, very simple, simple pieces to use. The interface for the software is very user friendly. So, I am a fan of Power Commander in general. But that being said, if you're looking to put your own Power Commander on your M109, take your time, try not to get frustrated, and be very mindful of where everything is. Because if you put it on and then try and put everything back together and it doesn't fit, you're going to be very upset. CB500X is it's a CB500. I mean, it's the same frame, same triple tree, same steering head angle, rake and trail as their street bike. Do I see it as an adventure machine? Not particularly, but it looks like an adventure machine and it looks pretty cool. KTM Enduro R would be a great adventure bike to build.
We just have to find one.
Right, and that's going to be the hardest part about it because there's not a lot of them out there, and they command very high prices even after they've been wrecked. And then trying to find some place where you can get parts efficiently, you know, because KTM is kind of difficult when it comes to even factory parts are a little bit more difficult than some. They're almost like Ducati in that regard, where if they don't have it, you got to wait for them to make some more.
Maybe we don't do a KTM.
Yeah, that's one of those things that if it's the right bike
Yeah.
to do the build on, then it's the right bike to do. But
Yeah.
we really won't know that until we get into it and do a little bit of research on it. So
Find out more on season 6.
yeah, well the Rally Raid CB500X is one that somebody has already went through great lengths to make more of an adventure machine. So that's kind of like what our end product would be if we were to build an adventure bike, would be to go as far as somebody has already gone with the Rally Raid. So, all right, folks, we've got some work to do, and clock is ticking.
Hopefully you guys
So-
enjoyed the mechanic talk.
We're gonna get back to work now. At least Chase is gonna get back to work now. And I get
Man,
to
I
watch.
thought I was gonna be able to slip that in and be like, "Yep, let's get nope."
You guys pick a
Alrighty.
name for it? Your segment?
Is there a name for it?
Yeah, I thought you did the.
Oh, we haven't really named it. We just do it. When Chase dumps a card,
We
I
do
I
it.
do a little quick, Q&A with the live stream people.
We'll come up with a name.
And,
Don't you
uh,
worry. We like
I mean,
naming
if we
things.
really need to name it, I'm sure we can come up with a name. But ooh, I saw that coming.
I did too.
Wait, how do you make this bigger? As
Oh, I zoomed it in.
how do you do that?
Where it says zoom.
It's just that easy.
Damn. Okay, back to it. Oh, B camera, killing the game. All right. Is this camera good? You sure?
All right, so where were we, Chase?
I don't know, Brian.
I know where we were. You don't know?
I know where we were.
You
We
sure?
were right where, let me see. Oh, we were taking the coolant thing and trying to, wait, not the coolant, the brakes. We're getting the brakes out. Okay. Oh, let me get gloves. I got baby hands.
You're always gonna have baby hands if you always cover them in gloves.
Hey, these are going to be beautiful things at the end of my life.
I don't know. We should ask your wife if she prefers soft or rough hands.
I would hope my wife would like soft hands.
I was waiting for you to be like, "Hey, wait a minute, how are we gonna figure that out?" But that was like, yeah.
That's why I was.
Chase didn't get that one. That was right.
You
in.
know, there's sometimes that, you know, jokes just.
That was a stealth bomber cruising above right there.
He's gonna need some aloe vera after the day, and like cold towels, and
He's gonna need to.
skin grafts.
He's gonna need to take a bath with lavender and like rose petals in it to calm him down.
Oh, if you guys are done.
Oh, we're not done.
We
We got work to do, so you may as well jump in here. We'll just continue on until you're finished.
Alright, well, you can throw it on.
It's okay, Chase. It's okay. You'll be alright. Yeah.
Dude, luckily I've got the mental fortitude of a mongoose. Is this right? Is this one?
I really wish I was recording for that.
What, him saying that he's got the mental acuity of a mongoose?
Probably not the best thing. Okay, so we're gonna have to take off the cool.
Yes.
But
What's going on there? Everything's changed.
nothing's changed.
You got it now. That's it. You got it on the right.
Yeah,
way.
you're good. Move, push forward.
So let's. You just set me up for
No. Okay. Coolant's got to come out.
what's going on? Okay.
Is it still missing up? Okay. Okay, so it looks to me like the coolant only has the one bolt and the hose thing up here. So if we took this guy out, we could pull it down and get the brake out, right?
Yeah, that's the way it looks. I mean, it's pinned in the bottom, but there's only one piece of hardware to remove.
Hey, you want me to shut this fan off?
Yeah, it's pretty cool in here, so we're good. Oh, I see.
It's probably in there really good because it's been in there since it was built.
Yeah. It's so close.
Sometimes you just got to be a gorilla, Chase.
But Brian, last time you told me not to be a girl.
Sometimes you just have to be a gorilla, though.
I just don't want to get coolant everywhere, you know?
Yeah, that's vacuum pump.
First of all, let's just take this out of here.
Gross coolant. Blech.
And then now,
It's like a freaking centimeter away or something. Good job, Yamaha, with your anglage. Oh wait,
let's get all these hoses out of the way. This bracket comes out and it comes out this way.
but what if we did this?
The bracket's in the way. You have to
In
hit the
any
bracket.
way? Okay.
So just unband these hoses, and then you can get to the hardware for that bracket. Those are reusable zip ties, so you can just use,
How
the,
do you-
use the pick and pull the little thing down and slide it out.
Pick.
See the little tab?
I do, but I can't really tell what.
Oh, it's on the, here, it's on the other side.
It's on this side. Oh.
And you just grab the zip tie from there, you have a pull. Use the little pliers, you got it right there.
10% smarter than your tool, right?
Okay, that's one. There you do the other one. There's two, right?
Yeah.
Can't tell if I released it. There you go.
So are those zip ties like?
Pull these hoses up out of the way. And then you can remove those two bolts for that bracket.
I see.
Your 8 mils. You probably need a 1/4 inch ratchet and an 8 mil. A small extension.
Brian over here just shooting knowledge. Can't even get the shit together quick enough.
And a 1/4 inch. Oh, you have an 8 mil? 3/8? That's not 8, that's a 10.
The 9 was put in the.
Do you actually have an 8? I don't know if they make an 8 for a 3/8.
I felt so.
Did they make an 8?
Did not.
The 9 was on the 9 spot, and you just pulled the 9? Yeah.
Everything was going so well.
Well, keep it rolling, man.
Chase like flicked it, and like all the flickage worked well.
Keep
You're
on
not
cruising,
gonna do it
baby.
again?
Huh?
Did you
No, it was one of those moments where like if you
Moment's
miss the
gone.
moment, yeah, the moment's gone. It was just it's gonna have to be practice for next time that I do something cool. Maybe I'll be the first like flare mechanic. What do you think about that, huh? Flare
I
mechanic?
think you're a little slow in thinking that somebody hasn't already done that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, so we're getting this.
Just pull it out from underneath.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And now all that's done, we should be able to just pull this out this way.
All of that, just, oh wait, how do we...
Take the bracket off.
Okay.
Yep.
What do I need, like a baby extension? Fair enough. It's too long.
Cool, and I didn't in the track, I didn't even see it.
It's funny how that just happens, huh? Man, you can have so many tools. Like, it's dumb how many tools you need to do jobs on bikes. You know what I mean? If you're gonna take this bitch apart,
That's why not everybody does it.
yeah,
That's one of the reasons why not everybody does it.
but it makes you think, like, no wonder jobs exist. Like, who would have this many tools? But you're a shop, hypothetically. You represent the shop in this conversation. Okay. Okay. So that comes off with the brake, right? Like this guy?
Everything comes off. So you gotta open that plastic piece.
Oh, I see.
Don't stab a hole in the hose.
Noted. How does this plastic piece come off? I think it's
Now work that whole piece out through that hole. And it's just gonna be tight right here. Take that bracket and slide it up the hose so it's out of your way. Now you gotta try and work that whole thing through there.
Alright. So that's the? Should we put the coolant back in for now, or
Nah, we don't need it in there right now.
okay?
Now you can take off this foot peg and everything will come off with it.
Jesus, all like I have done forgot what we were working towards. Like the
Well, what else is attached to this foot peg before you continue on?
I mean, so it looks like it's the was that the brake? What is that like the term?
Master cylinder.
Master cylinder. So it's the brake master cylinder, and then this little guy, and then is that attached as well? What even is that? So that
You ever seen one of those before?
oh, okay.
What is it?
It's like a brake. Oh, this is the brake light switch.
Good job, Chase.
Look, man,
Looks just like the one on your street
Feeling-
light, doesn't it?
feeling a little good about myself with that answer. Holy shit. All right. So brake light switch should rolling. All right.
So there's still a bracket that's holding it.
Zip
And a zip tie.
a zip tee. Ooh, got a little tighty. All right.
And follow the wire. Where does it go?
Yeah.
I'm gonna open that up.
Man, these picks were a solid investment. Thanks, B.
Does that help?
Yeah, B. Dude, I'm gonna stab myself with this pick.
Well, that's a good learning.
Maybe not today, but like. There we go. A little bit of a guerrilla tactic, but whatever. Okay, where is this guy? Okay, that's the horn. Okay, perfect. So I can pull this guy through. Okay. Now I should be able to take the whole big boy off, right?
There you go.
Nope. We all saw that coming, didn't we, folks? We all knew it was a 6. Didn't say anything. Which to me implies. Ready for it, Brian?
Yep. Ready for you to get up and get the
Power
tool.
stance.
Oh.
You don't underestimate my power stance in my shorts, Brian. You see these calves?
Your power shorts, because your calves are really going to help your hands.
I told you I was a tripod.
Don't flatter yourself.
Oh, the savagery!
Did you not get it the first time you said that earlier? You missed that whole thing?
Maybe. I don't know. Probably did. Okay, what's this thing? Yeah, that fits. Sweet.
Of course it does. That's what I was putting back on earlier.
I'm giving up on the thing.
You may want an extension. Just trying to help you out here, Chase.
I appreciate it, bro.
Have you had a machine make you bleed yet?
I don't know.
I'm going to stop helping you pick the right tools then.
Well, like, how would a machine make me bleed if I pick the wrong tool?
Take that extension off and figure it out.
Oh, because I will bust my finger. Interesting. How much blood have you lost because of a machine, Brian?
One machine or all of them?
All of them together.
A lot.
Luckily, the body makes more.
In the past 18 years, probably.
18 years?
That's how long I've been doing this.
Holy sh!
In the past 18 years, I've lost more than a pint.
I don't know what a pint is, but... Boy, like a pint of beer? Like that kind of pint?
And all pints are the same, regardless of what fluid is inside of it. It's a pint.
Alright, we got fallen. Oh, the glorious moment is here. Let us all rejoice. Sweet. You took the whole front brake system off in like one fatal swoop as well, right?
Yes.
I
So
gotta
now you have
get
your
the-
whole brake system, no brake fluid leaking anywhere.
Man, how nice is that? Why you never that back on? I'm gonna have to grab that hardware from you.
What hardware?
That was on the brake stuff?
Oh, you still left it in there?
Yep, sure did. Like the professional that I am.
Down on the floor with the rest of the brakes. He couldn't see me put it there from the other side of the machine.
Aw, Ryan could have taken an opportunity. Give me another jab. He didn't. Appreciate that. Okay, so no more chrome, no more brakes.
Where's the bird at?
Okay. Hold on. He's dead. There's gonna be a muzzle flash and a gun sound. Nailed it. Alright. I'm gonna hate myself editing it. Anyway.
You still got 2 more bolts. Where'd they go?
Oh, they're in the thing, but more intensely in there, so I'm gonna leave them.
Sure.
I feel super confident they're not
So
gonna
you
come
sure
out.
they're not going to come out when somebody goes to pick that thing up?
Semi.
This floor rolls a whole lot better than your old floor.
Dude, right?
This place is dangerous.
Yeah, these guys ain't coming out, bro.
Okay.
I feel so confident. So freaking confident. Alright. Alright. Moving on.
You need to pick up your pace.
Let's go. What's next?
Handlebars. Gauge
Oh,
cluster.
Shit. Okay.
Top triple trees. Fork legs.
So we're done with this side.
What do you think? Are we done with this side?
I don't see any chrome. There's a lot of shit missing.
Okay. You want
You know
to be cinematic?
I didn't know you were gonna do jazz hands.
Alright,
I was
boys.
sitting on this chair and I fucking busted my ass.
Did you?
Yeah, this thing just like
Cinematic time. If you guys want to talk to live stream, feel free. I need a moment.
Where'd all this hardware come from, Chase? Where does it
Oh shit. A lot of it probably connects in with right there.
put that back on the brake? It was for the clamp for here.
Hmm.
Which is still on the brake hose.
Brian, I'm sorry that you had to get your hands dirty.
Just give me that thing. Give it to me. Sorry. I'm so sorry. We appreciate your work, Brian. Okay.
Send that. Alright. Y'all feel that? There's like a level of comfort when I'm not working on the bike. That's like Chase do camera shit. Man, that sound, that feeling.
I'm almost ready to speed rip this thing apart right now.
No, Brian, because then you made me look really bad.
I fell asleep a couple times. I forgot you were rolling, my bad. I just hear just ratcheting and I'm like
That means you need more sleep, bro. We totally forgot to get waters at Home Depot. That would have been super.
that's why I'm drinking this France water.
Nope. Okay.
So people are asking, is Chase doing the work? Yeah.
I know you guys can't really see the other side of the machine, but
We're
my hands
trying
are
to fix
my hands
it.
are fairly clean. I've put a couple of bolts back in, but I haven't taken any out. So yeah, Chase is doing it all.
This is what the people wanted, man. We got lots of comments about Chase doesn't do enough. Bike looks so much better though with the openness.
I thought you didn't like the open.
No. Sorry.
Without the giant air cleaner on it?
What am I trying to say? The bike looks. I think the bike looks so much better without all those little chrome bullshit bits. Like that looks so more like muscly and like this stuff going on. Like that's pretty solid, right?
That's why I said it looks better and better after every part we take off.
I know it's getting closer and closer to bobber level. All right, guys. Sides. I think both sides are good as far as removal. We're going to now move on to the handlebars and the forks. And this process. Well, yeah. Then we got the radiator, and then. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. We're good. So many things. All right. Oh, it's recording. Awesome. Well, what is that? You go, Luke.
What's that?
You can take the camera from me now.
I'm trying not to drop it.
One day I'm. Don't even talk like that. Alright. Okay. And. Okay.
What if I sneezed right there?
What?
Like if I sneezed and didn't look and see you just like go to the monopod.
That'd be terrible. I would have been like all fast for a fat kid situation. Okay, so we're taking off this guy. Should we lower the bike and make it easier to get there?
Do you need it lower to make it easier to get there?
Yes. See, I'm gonna
We should
stop.
lower the bike.
I'm gonna stop asking questions. Oh wait, we need the feet thing.
How do you think she looks all stripped down naked? Look.
Not a big fan of chrome, so I like it.
It's gonna be real nice when those fork legs aren't silver.
You missed an opportunity to be like, talk to the camera and ask people, what are you, oh my god, dude, this thing is so much lighter.
Do you realize how much shit we took off of there?
I have not realized
Look
how.
at that shelf behind you.
I
Imagine
remember.
if you added all that weight.
I mean, I see it, but like, it's insane that, because this thing is, the heavier that load, the harder it is to tow.
Yeah.
It's like light. That's insanity. That just makes you realize how much shit is off this bike.
You know, you could just take that thing and put it in the next safety hole and step on the pedal until it gets there.
Always playing. I'm gonna make you a shirt that says Chestnut Checkers.
40 solitaire.
Look at that.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Now, Luke, you're going to want to make sure that you get a shot of him taking this apart. Just because I know we're not planning on putting this shit back together like this, but if for some reason we have to, we need good footage of how it comes apart.
Okay. So, really tight shots then of what we're doing.
At least get in here and see what it looks like fully assembled,
Yeah.
and then after each part comes off, a good shot of it up close.
So I guess this cover looks like the first thing I would take off. Maybe. Those things look so tiny, and they're not. Wow. Okay.
Just let me know what you want me to do.
I think it's like once we get in there is when we need like really tight shots.
Alright. That look good?
I think the other one's a better view.
Okay.
Yeah.
This hose is ripped open.
Which
I don't think we'll be using these.
we won't be using that because all those wires are going to go inside the handlebars.
Right. Okay.
on, Chase. You don't even have a ratchet in your hand and you're turning it the wrong way. Wow. You need some food. Your brain is so starved of protein right now.
Man, weight loss or brain? I gotta decide.
You gotta find, you have
Sounds
to.
like I need to go eat a pizza.
It sounds like you could probably eat like a couple of handfuls of nuts and be okay.
Okay, chromed thing.
Never mind, Luke. This whole gauge pod is still all one piece.
That's cool.
Okay.
Dude, there's spiders and shit in here? Holy
You
hell.
always find all kinds of fun stuff underneath covers.
Really?
Yeah. Where does this go that it's so tight?
I don't know.
Let's see, let me get this guy back in there. That's better.
Well, where was
That
that?
was just some of you grabbed it and pulled the wires down this way. Let's see.
Okay. Plate thing is off.
Alright, so now you can get to the handlebar clamps, but you can't really pull the handlebars off until you get the rest of this stuff off.
This stuff.
Yes.
Got it.
So
Okay.
let's get that stuff off.
So,
So we're really gonna have to follow this wire down and unplug it.
that goes to a zip tie. I think it's safe to say I could just unplug both of these, right? Oh, of course, yeah, because they both go to that. Okay.
You have to. That's the release you're looking at it.
Okay.
So you learn the trick. Push it together first.
Oh,
and
dude, that and the grab a hose and wiggle
then
it.
twist it
Dude,
first.
that is such a clutch move. Thank you for the assistance. Okay. So this little metal bracket piece
Mhm.
that's kind of like leading the wires, is that, are we able to take, it looks
So
like
you
it,
should be able to get the plugs through it for now.
okay.
Get it close and then feed one plug through first and then the second one afterwards, because there's not going to be enough room to run both plugs through at the same time. If you can even get the plug through it.
I think if I rotate it, I can. Yep. Alright, now that one is gonna, oh, it might fit too.
Well, that one's a little bit easier because it's not welded shut.
Yeah. Okay,
Alright, now the clutch cable.
now that I can just,
Alright, so this one I'm going to have to show you.
okay,
So to get your clutch cable off, you want to give yourself as much slack here as you can.
okay,
Alright, so just a little barrel adjuster.
yeah,
Okay, you ready? Here's the trick.
okay, 1 second. Okay,
Ready? Here's the trick, these rollers. No, still no free play in this thing. Alright, we're gonna have to loosen the adjuster here.
okay. So you were making like the, like this little adjuster you had up front was just like minute adjustments, and then this is
Right,
like,
this is your micro adjuster and this is your main adjuster.
okay,
Why there's still so much clutch tension on this, I have no idea.
okay.
That's kind of scary. We may have some issues later.
That's not good.
It's not good.
Oh shit.
Alright, so give me 12 for that one.
So this is where you put them both on and you rotate them in opposite directions?
They're both ends. Do you have an adjustable wrench?
Yes. Somewhere. It might be in the area of.
Like a crescent?
Yeah.
It's probably in those boxes over there.
All right, we'll just go with this. These shouldn't be that tight. So, okay, next. Get on there. Thank you.
That was it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's better news, right? Not.
That has really nothing to do with. So, if you have 0 slack in your clutch cable,
Yeah.
it's literally constantly opening your clutch pack. So
Okay.
your clutch could be slipping the entire
Yeah.
time you're riding, depending on how
So
little
that
the clutch
could-
per. So you could have smoked the clutch in this thing. So it may need a new clutch.
What's a clutch run for a cruiser?
The same as it's going to be for a sport bike. It's built the same way.
I have no clue what it is for a sport bike.
Depending on your sport bike, a clutch pack kit could be anywhere from like $200 to $400. Okay,
Okay, that's
So-
that's not worse.
we've now put all of that slack.
So
in
now
the
we
cable.
can get the cable off easier.
Are you zoomed in?
You want to do this?
Oh
Cinematic ropes?
I don't think cinematically, but
So, we in?
yeah.
So we put this much slack in it, so now you can kind of just pull the cable free.
Oh, and now is there
And
like
now
that
it'll
little pin thing in there?
Now we just slide out, and then your cable barrel, if it's not too damaged, this one's a little beat up.
Okay.
So this is what happens to the end of the, if you can see the pin, this is the pin, and then they put a little plastic cover over the end of it
Yeah.
for exactly this reason. You see how mangled this thing is?
Jesus. So that would have happened to the
That
metal
would have
had
happened
the
to-
rubber not been.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
So now this whole side is disconnected. So if we pull the handlebars off, none of this will be in the way. So now we get to do the other side.
You want to hear the really stupid moment? I was seeing all that, and I was about to be like, "Oh, wait, cool. Now we can take those things off."
And now we leave them on.
Yeah, I didn't even like process that.
The whole idea is to take off as little as possible.
Yeah, and if we're not using the handlebars, then why the hell?
You know, we may not be using these switches. We may not be using these perches.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we have to take them off later, we can take them off later. So
Gotcha.
your throttle cables work very similarly to your clutch cable setup, but you need to open this first.
Open the box.
Yeah, open your
Okay.
your switch gear.
First, I'm going to use my pick and get off this reusable thing.
Well, if we're changing, oh, okay. I thought you were talking about this one.
No, I would have grabbed the grinder thing.
Well, there's actually a little plastic piece that slides over. It's right here.
I see.
It
Oh.
slides over that nipple and hooks on, and then that's
That
also reusable. That's what I thought you
makes
were
sense.
referring to. So,
All right, so we're getting into this beast.
just the silver ones.
Oh, okay. What's the? Oh, because that one's
The
just
black
like
one is
a.
just for the throttle cable to hold the cable in place.
Gotcha.
Now that front part of the switch will kind of just fall out of the way.
Yeah.
Now you need to remove the cables from the throttle tube.
Okay. So now.
So we need as much slack in those as we can get.
Okay.
So if there's not enough adjustment here, which it doesn't look like there's any adjustment here,
Okay.
so then the only other place would be at the throttle body. And now that we have all this stuff off, we could actually get to the cables at the throttle body.
There you go. So wait, was that one of the reasons you waited? You chose for us to wait for this so we could have.
I do everything for a reason.
Oh man.
All right, so let's get a wrench so we can add some slack to these throttle cables so we can get them off of the throttle tube.
Okay. So do you know what size those are?
It is a 10. It should be right here. Whoosh! Right there.
So we're just loosening one of these guys?
Yes, one is fine.
Wait. It's the ups and downs, man.
You should be able to turn it by hand now, just with your fingertips.
I don't have strong fingers like you, but
Just take the pressure off.
well, there's
There's all the slack you need.
okay, so now I have enough slack to. Oh, I see. Okay.
So you want me to show you how to do that without wrecking the cable, or do you just want to go about it and see if you wreck the cable?
You know what, Yoda? Give me a moment. Is that wrecking the cable?
What do you think?
I mean, the cable don't look wrecked. Is it because I bent it? Is that a wrecked cable? Okay.
Well,
So
it's
how-
a good thing they won't be using those again.
True. So how could I have not wrecked the cable?
We'll put it back on and I can show you. You want me to put it back on?
Maybe only because you'll be faster. Oh my god, you little piece of garbage. Yep, that's all you, Brian.
Okay.
Wasting time here.
Alright, so we have all of our slack in here now, right?
Yeah.
That was the first thing we did.
Okay.
Now, if you don't want to wreck your cables, the first thing you want to do is not kink them.
Okay.
So you don't want to grab them with a pair of pliers.
Yeah.
Because the first thing you do when you squeeze is you're going to bend the metal.
Okay.
So if you use something like a pick where it's smooth,
Uh huh.
pick underneath, add all the slack you can to it.
And
And
just
then
like
push
all
off
over
the
the
side.
front. Okay.
Did you get that? I can do it again if you didn't get a good shot of it.
Here to be where I am.
Okay, so here's all your slack. Smooth pick. Pull all your slack out and push it sideways out. And then now this just rotates and slides out the side. That's how you do that. It's a good way to do it without wrecking your cable. A small pick or a flathead screwdriver, but you really don't want to grab it and pinch it,
Yeah.
because then you put a little kink in it. And the problem with the kink is it literally runs through
Oh, so
and
like,
over this, and it'll start catching
Oh,
on
okay.
stuff, and then your throttle won't return very smoothly. But you got all that stuff off. Handlebars are free to be removed.
so the top guys, those things look like some big boys. What was that, 6? Looked like a 6 to me. Oh, okay. Man, didn't even need a power stance on that one. Have you loosened these?
Well, once you release the one,
Oh, the pressure
the
is.
pressure is released, and
Okay.
then the other one is soft.
I was about to say, like, this guy was like 1 inch away from those things, but
Now your handlebars are loose. You can just let them dangle.
I didn't want to hit anything.
Anything that we've already taken off, and
Well, I didn't want it to hit like metal or something. That would be a baddie.
yeah. So
No,
the amount of torque that goes on those bolts is fairly light. Usually, someplace between like 15 and 20 foot-pounds.
Oh, interesting. I think we might metal bracket.
Okay.
You know what, Brian? I'm a liar.
Do you have to take it off or no?
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out on the next episode. I'm just kidding. Doing it this episode. Oh, you know what? We might, because these things won't come off because they're hitting this metal bracket right here. Damn it!
What were you saying?
Not a damn thing is what I was saying. I'm out of here, man. I'm out. Just. What?
Straight to the wall. Bang!
Alright, that would be me.
That-
100%.
That scene that you just played out right there reminds me of Pee-wee's Big Adventure when he takes off on the biker's bike and then rides it through the sign.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I know. I've
You
seen
remember that?
movie.
Oh my god, I'm showing my age, I guess, right now. Leave that there.
Okay.
We can put these clamps back on now.
Oh, okay. Grazie.
So efficiency, ooh.
Well,
We're gonna need new risers for sure. Look at the inside of there. When he crashed it, the handlebars were stuck to the inside of the, because they were so tight, and when it rotated, it literally transferred metal from the triple to the handlebar. Can you see it?
Jesus, yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see on the inside of these things. Luke, do you want to come get like a really close-up shot of this? Like this area, like you can stand like right here, and it should be able to
So
focus. Like,
can
right
you see inside?
It's so far enough.
Balls deep. I knew nobody else was gonna say it, so I had to.
Dude, yeah, you can like look at those metal shavings.
Huh?
That's insane.
I don't know if you've noticed all the metal shavings that are on the lift now.
Yeah.
As we've been taking stuff apart. and
Is that because the
pieces-
metal has been
The
just
little pieces of metal are falling out because stuff has been damaged.
so from here to get the forks off? Or are we even ready to do that yet?
Well,
Does that just plug in? Or? Oh, okay.
looking for my flashlight in my shirt pocket.
I was about to say, you don't have a flashlight in there, bud.
No, the plug is someplace else.
Okay, so let's follow the cable.
Which one is it? This big one?
This guy right here.
So it must unplug from here.
Wait, the oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, technically we could just leave it for now.
Okay. Can we take
Oh,
the?
we can't. No, we have to unbolt this bracket now. We actually have to because it holds the back of this bracket on.
Oh, I see. So we need access. into it.
Yes. Because we have to get this off to get to the nut that's underneath it.
Oh.
So there ain't no way that triple clamp is coming off without taking that nut off.
Yeah. Right.
That might actually only give us access to the hardware behind it.
Is that the entire point of this guy? It's just
That bracket
yeah.
is to, it's just to hold that cover.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a,
So now-
those are fives.
Is that what we're taking?
Yes, that will allow us to pull this gauge cluster.
Okay.
Okay, different tool.
Not even power. Hold on. Power
Yes,
stance.
different tool.
Power stance option 2.
You're gonna hurt yourself. I heard the
No, nothing hurt. Did it loose? Oh my god. With ease, he goes. Work smarter, not harder, kids.
As you smash your fingers on shit, here, put these in.
Oh, with this like this, we can take the top triple off.
Yes.
Nice. Wait, so that's this guy
Mm-hmm.
and this guy.
And that guy.
Oh, what is he?
27 millimeter.
Hold on. What are we taking out?
So we release this pinch bolt, and take the steering stem bolt. And then we'll be able to pull the top triple off, so we can get these fork covers off here. 6.
I thought I...
6.
Y'all ever scream at yourself in your brain?
All day. Usually it comes out though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm just that kind of person that shit like that doesn't stay inside.
Do I need to take this all the way out or just
Nope,
loosen it?
just loosen it.
Okay. Thoughts.
27 mil.
How confident are you at 27 mil?
27 mil.
I don't even know if I have a 27
You do.
mil.
To your right. To your right. In the back row. Come on, man.
How do you know my tools so well?
Just takes a glance, buddy. That's a 1/2 inch, I'm pretty sure. Why don't you drop that on here and make sure it fits first?
Are you nervous?
No.
Holy shit, dude, that's awesome.
Perfect. You don't need the swivel, that's gonna make shit harder.
Someone.
You're good. You just slide that right on there.
You think so? There's a little divot.
Thank you, Yamaha.
Power stance, right?
Hold on, I gotta get this power stance again.
So which way? Start turning and see what happens.
Ah, see? He wants me to turn because the handlebars aren't.
I'm gonna take that gauge cluster out of the way so you don't smash it, but you're good now. I'm gonna move in case you slip off and punch me in the face.
I would feel so bad.
Yeah, come on, Chase, power stance.
Brian, hold the bike.
Come on, man.
I don't have the right power stance yet.
Alright, it's finger tight now.
This comes all the way off, right?
Yep. Only if you want the steering head, the top triple to come off.
I do.
Okay. Here's a washer and you're going to take that washer off before it falls down into some place you can't find.
God forbid a crevice.
There's lots of crevices on this thing still.
Come on, Chase, you got
Am
this.
I going to watch you pick yourself in the finger today? Or are you going to go in the toolbox and grab a magnet? It's actually sitting right up there. To your left, to your left, to your left, to your left. So there you go. You almost touched it.
Is that... I see the power of magnets now.
Did you ever have physics in high school?
No.
Come on now, really?
Yeah. Is this just like a wiggle situation, or? Holy shit, okay. Just everything. So. What the hell?
They just slide off.
Oh my goodness, okay.
So this ball literally goes through and into the base of this.
Okay,
So we need to take those 2 bolts off of each side.
those two.
5 mil.
5 mil we should already have. Yeah.
That's the 4.
Is that gonna be able to fit?
I
Like,
don't know, we're gonna find out in a second. Fair enough.
it's like a gong.
switches and stuff. Right?
Right there. So this, just, okay. Did you put yours back?
No.
Okay. Where did you put yours? Are we just holding on to them for now?
They're just sitting right there.
Gotcha. Okay. So I am going to assume that we are going to move forward with getting the forks off, so we need to loosen these pinch bolt things.
Alright, so once we take the forks out, how do we know how high they're supposed to go back in?
Good point. So should we tape these where they are? Because that way, if that distance is the same, that distance will be the same.
Or you just measure it.
Okay, what do we measure though? Like this, how much do we have here?
Would that be a good way to do it?
I mean, it would have to be, right? Because that way...
Well, then that's how we'll do it.
Brian, come on, what are we doing wrong? Bruh.
I like it when you get like that.
Bruh, no.
You gotta be more confident
Dude,
in
I'm
yourself.
Not, I'm not right now. Ask me something about cameras.
Where'd my pick go to?
Your pick?
Yeah, where'd the pick at?
Here you go.
Oh, Chase.
Perfect.
Alright, now what?
KO.
Now what?
Now we're gonna loosen them up.
And then,
Drop them out.
okay.
Then what?
We need these anymore? No, out.
I'm gonna go with a no on that. Recycle. Another day. Okay.
Alright, I want you to take a look at these forks and tell me what's wrong. What is going to impede what you're about to do right now?
I'm gonna go with this is gonna hit this before that, and then
Can you take one fork leg out right now, all by itself?
no.
Why?
What's this?
What's this?
The axle, front axle.
Then that's going to impede you from doing what you're about to do.
Why? If I unloosen both of them and pull them out at the same time.
You can do that if you want. I'm going to watch and laugh.
Wait, why?
Go ahead, do it. It's an 8.
Yep. Yep. Found that out.
Camera angle's never good.
Huh?
So that camera angle's like never good.
Now that one's going to be really, really tight. You're gonna find out the hard way that taking shit off that's tight with the T-handle is bad.
Yep. I'm finding that out very quickly.
Oh, you haven't found out yet.
Oh. Wait. I need a ratchet thing.
Do you know what a sprain is?
Sprain?
Yeah.
Like sprained ankle.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you know the term, but do you know what actually happens when you sprain something?
Nope.
You literally stretch the ligament that attaches the two bones together.
Oh my gosh, you should be a salesman for sprains.
So, when you sprain your wrist trying to take shit off that's really tight with a T-handle,
But Brian, see, the thing is, you have no clue how strong my body is.
you have no clue how weak your body is. doesn't take a whole lot. Like you were actually, to get that to break free with that T-handle, the reverb of it coming back at you could have that easily have sprained your wrist. You're welcome.
Oh, if this wasn't, then this.
Like I said, Chase, I do everything for a reason.
Okay. Okay.
So luckily for you, that should come out pretty easily. You see, you take it out, it's probably going to fall off. Oh, it's hanging there.
Wait, why is that?
Man, would you be pissed if I pulled this piece of tape off right now?
Yes.
So then you'd have no reference.
You're right. Well, you don't need the lower ones, right? That's where.
Not my shop.
Yep. On guard. Wait, what do we do with these now? Are we good? Like,
Well, do we know that we want them like this?
I don't even know if we're gonna use these, man. Like, we're.
What do you think, we're going to put Olin's on a cruiser?
That is a great idea. Let us know in the comments if we should put a new set of Olins on the front. Or don't. Is that a terrible idea? Okay. Alright, but we're going to be careful with these then, just in case. How fragile are forks?
Well, it's not like you're going to snap it in half.
You can hear the liquid
You
inside.
better. If there's no liquid in it, you're in trouble.
Okay.
You're not going to snap them in half, but if you were to scrape or ding the part of the fork leg that goes past the oil seal, it will leak.
So, like, we need to put them on a blanket situation.
Or we need to put them back in
Okay. So, wait, why do we take these out?
to get the fork covers off. You're already that far behind, it's like,
Yes.
you need more protein.
Yes, I do. Okay. I mean, I'm having wings tonight for you. Alright. So we're putting these back in. Wait, whoa, no, y'all are both laughing. Wait, why? I took the thing off.
Which side did it come out of? Ding dong. Which fork did you pull off first?
Son, how are y'all so... Give me that one.
Why don't you just put that one on this side since you already have it in your hand?
I mean... Because it's slightly more difficult. I don't like that y'all are both on the same
page.
wavelength, and I'm over here because you start smiling. I look over at Luke. He's all moving around quick, like, oh, let me get when this happens. I mean, I guess there's no better way to learn than to mess up. Am I messing up again? Surely not. There we go. Okay. Okay.
And actually put them on there so they don't fall. You got to.
Gotta tighten these down. Hope I don't sprain my wrist. Wait, sprain, not right, not sprain.
Not spring. Or spring! No. Sprain.
Okay.
I'm going to enjoy laughing at you when you finally do.
What, sprains?
Smart ass.
Ah! Okay. Oh, that part. Yeah, right. How do you know these are perfectly measured?
Do you really need to answer that? I'm not gonna, because you should know already.
Because don't these...
How do you know? Finish your thought.
No.
Finish your thought, Chase.
No.
Explain to the folks out there in YouTube land how you know.
Well, the top triple clamp is a set in stone thing if we set these into the right there.
Figured it
I'm
out.
out, deuces. Jesus.
Come on, the people, they need to know why.
I'm,
You gotta.
yeah, I know, but if I have to explain the idiocy, then like it's dumber for me.
But at least they've learned with you. You gotta explain it to them.
Let's hope. Okay.
Okay.
We got the fork thingies off. Covers. This is back on with the washer. I panicked a little bit when you were just taking that off. I was like, how are we gonna know?
It's already on.
Yeah, yep. I think I talk too much sometimes.
It's too warm in here. Can't think.
Yeah,
I'm falling asleep.
Look at that. You see this heat? Look at it. Okay, so we got our covers off.
Oh,
Not too short.
Oh, you were gonna get the blower, and you were gonna. I almost said something that I would have regretted. Awesome. What's so those are off. Now, like, what's the next thing for us to take off to
I
get?
think our next step would be to let's get rid of this hardware. I
Okay.
would through one of these over here somewhere.
Got it. Oh wait, no covers. That means cinematic. Woo! Come here, camera. Ooh, playing my game. Mind games and mind games.
Yep.
Oh,
You didn't
9
put
minutes left.
You didn't
and
put the
that-
hardware back in.
I didn't put it on back in?
Yeah. What you mean? Man? See those two pieces of hardware?
No. Oh, because those went into the fork things, right? Those, but it can.
But then we have random bolts and we don't know where they go, and it's like, where do these go?
Good point.
Woo! Plinko.
Brian, what are you doing? Sometimes you just gotta let them work. So what was the point of putting the tire on?
How does it look without the fender on it, without the fork covers on it?
Oh, you're doing a visualization. I see. For one, it looks a hell of a lot better. Holy crap.
So, take a look at it from this angle.
Okay.
Being we took those fork covers off,
Yeah.
the forks look much thinner now.
Right.
So it makes the wheel look bigger.
I was gonna say that the wheel looks way bigger than it did.
It's way wider, yep. Now, if we could do a 21 inch with this fat a tire on it, and the tire's gonna be up here.
21 is the
Diameter.
diameter. Okay.
right? This is a 130. What were we talking before? A 140 21?
I've written them down. 140, 60, 21.
So if we did a 21 and a 140, it would be about that high. Be that much taller.
How high can you take it before you start worrying that it would hit the bottom triple?
We need to measure how much suspension travel there is. I don't know how much travel there is. There's probably a spec somewhere that says how much front suspension travel there is.
Yeah.
It's probably something like 4 inches.
Oh, so you just measure to make sure
You measure 4 inches down, and that's how big you can go.
Oh, okay.
With the factory forks, factory length forks with the factory spring tension in it. You add more tension. The easiest way to add more tension to the spring is to put a spacer on top of the spring, so you've already compressed it a little bit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have as much travel anymore when you do that.
So it'll be a
'cause
stiffer ride.
It'll be a stiffer ride, and it won't have as much travel.
But it'll be make sure that we can fit the size wheel we want. That's pretty cool. Dude, just having the little bracket things off makes it look so much better. I don't know why they use
All right, so ready? I'm going to show you something really cool.
I'm down.
I was kind of beating you up a little bit about how far these forks go in here.
Yeah.
But if you look at the top of the fork right now, the top triple clamp, where does it sit? Can you tell what I'm talking about?
Not really.
So right here, the cap that screws on
Yeah.
is a different color than this leg is.
Okay.
Right, this is aluminum, this is stainless steel pretty much.
Gotcha.
The cap, the bottom of the cap is level with the top triple tube.
Ew.
So you don't really have to measure it, you just slide it in and snug it down when the cap is perfectly level with the top triple.
Okay. So these aren't even?
Then they're perfectly,
Oh, so we lucked out then with that.
no, well, you put the tape on, that was a way to do it too.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now we can pull the wheel off, we can slide the forks back out and lay them down, and
Oh, so you just wanted to put the forks back in to see?
I wanted to see if we were going to put the fork covers back on or leave them off.
Gotcha.
If we were going to have fork covers, then we need to get new ones because those were damaged.
I see. Okay, I'm on board with you now, Brian.
That being said, now that this thing is apart, I think this would look really, really good with shock gaiters on it.
With what?
Shock gaiters?
What are
The little accordion rubber things. They go on the outside.
Oh, okay. What are?
I think they would look really cool.
Is that just a visual thing, or
Yeah.
is?
Well, I mean, technically, it covers the fork leg from any debris.
I see. Okay. Yeah,
I think they would look really good on here.
I'm down.
So it'd be a black fork leg
Mm-hmm.
with a black fork gaiter.
Oh hell yes, absolutely. Because you
So-
can't blacken this thing, right?
You can. It's very expensive.
Oh.
It's called anodizing.
But then you probably have to take the entire fork apart, right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Fork
Jesus.
apart and send it out and have it anodized.
When realistically, the light that we have on will cover the majority of this piece right here.
From the front. I mean, you'll still see this fork leg. The fork legs are supposed
Yeah.
to be chrome.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
In that case, I'm totally down with the little. What was the term?
fork gaiters.
Like a gator, like.
Ah,
Noted. That's
big
what's
T
on
there.
there.
Gators. Yes, gators.
Noted. All right, Florida. Fort Gators. Cool.
So now that we have a good visual as to what this is and what we're looking at, I think we're truly going in the right direction.
I like it. That's
Um,
good news to me.
I think we could pull the wheel and the forks back off of it now.
Okay.
And then really all we have left at this point is the cooling system.
Okay. Cooling system is like the fan of the radiator?
Fan, radiator, coolant, all that stuff.
Right. Okay. Now, so we took the coolant box off, but the radiator is still full of coolant.
The
right?
radiator is full of coolant and so is the engine.
Oh, hold on. We ran out of space. Oh no! Brian, stop thinking. We'll have that. Don't let him do it. Luke, grab him. Grab him before he takes the wheel off.
Man. Thank you, Brian.
It's no way to get your motherfucking fingers busted.
Mm-hmm. Seen it happen, I know that.
Oh, fuck.
Lou, did you stop him from doing stuff?
Yeah. Totally.
But the wheel's off.
That's weird, man. I don't know what this place is haunted.
Luke, you had one thing to do when I left and the camera stopped recording. It was to make Brian not take the wheel off. And here we are. The wheel's in the corner of the room.
You took the wheel off.
I took the wheel off?
Yeah.
Alright. So let's get back to what we were doing, I think. Ooh!
Oh my god. Alright. We're going to take the forks off so we can get to the radiator.
Well, we can get to it anyway, but and we can leave the forks on if you want, but I think it looks cooler without it.
I want this thing to look as unattached as possible.
What am
I
I
put all the tools in a pile up here.
You're good. Go from the back to the front. Or front back. Locked and loaded. Dude, we're like a pit crew now. And when you get the tight spot, let me know.
I'll open that up so we can just do that.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to lightly place this on a table. 'Cause that seems like the smartest thing to do.
Screw myself.
Woo! Just casually laying forks on tables. Okay. So, thanks. Wait, I don't need this right now.
Alright, so before we take the radiator off, we have to drain the coolant.
Okay. How do we drain the coolant?
A lot of cruisers have a coolant drain.
Wait, does a smoke bike have a coolant drain?
Not usually.
Oh, you said you put up tools up there. Okay.
If Sport Bikes has a coolant drain, it's usually right next to the water pump,
Okay.
not in the radiator itself.
Okay, so when I open that up, all the liquid out of here is going to come flying.
Yes.
Okay. I have bad news. Do you remember at the old place, I had two of those little drain pans. They didn't make it to this place. And if you also remember, during season 2, we used Heather's only giant Tupperware thing. So,
What was yours too, wasn't it?
well, it was mine after I was like, hey, we should never have this many leftovers. And it was like a barter system. Like, I gave her, like, I owe you one. And basically what I'm saying is I don't got nothing to drink with it. So. But that's fine, because if you remember, my plan for episode 2 was to go, like, you show me the tools that
We get to go shopping?
We do get to go shopping.
We get to go shop. We get to go shopping. We get to go shopping.
Yeah, so I, like, you've been mentioning things like here and there that we need, and I would rather us have one shop day, we all go shopping, cameras and everything, and we get what we need, and then that way we can proceed on. One of those things just has to be a draining apparatus. So, are you good with us stopping here and...
Do I have a choice?
No.
Okay, then I'm okay with it.
Alrighty. See how it was teamwork.
What a great wait, what are you doing now, Brian?
Nothing.
He's literally. If I left Brian in this garage by himself, I would come in here and the bike would be done.
Yes.
And then,
Well, at least it would be in pieces. It wouldn't be
right,
done.
Brian, step away from the motorcycle.
Step away from the vehicle, sir.
Step away from the vehicle and get
Step
your
away
license or
from the
registration.
vehicle. Well, we do have a few more things to take out of here.
What do you want to take out now, Brian?
Well, we do still have to remove battery box, secondary fuel tank.
We also still got to take the engine out too.
That kind of shiz it.
How much do you want to take out today so that we can be?
I want to take this whole goddamn thing apart so there's nothing left but a pile.
All right. Well, realistically, in this episode, I think disassembly needs to end next episode. Like, get the engine out, and that's gonna, like, I think.
But that would be. It's kind of its own thing, I guess, to do just the motor, to get the motor out of the frame, because we have to reassemble some stuff before we can disassemble some stuff. Oops.
On this, like,
Yes. We were
I'm
talking
picking
about
up
this earlier.
picking up what you put down. Know what I'm saying?
So, you know, I mean, we could probably spend a few more minutes.
Okay.
Spend a few more
I'll
minutes and just,
allow before we go on a shopping trip. I'll allow us to do the battery box. Oh my God, Luke, get over here before Brian takes the battery box.
All right, tell you what, you've done enough work for the
Oh,
day.
oh, can I film? Can I film? Give me. Luke, get the monopod. Oh my God, you caught that. Holy shit. Wait, I'm not recording Brian in normal standard speed. What? Slow motion.
Chase, you've done enough work today. And
Dude, have I done such a good job?
I think I'm just tired of poking fun at you, so.
Oh, Brian, but I've been excited to film. Oh, slow motion. Wait, and, oh. Oh, this is.
satisfied. I got to do a little bit at least.
That's beautiful.
Just wait till you watch that segment and it's like dramatic ass music and like super cinematic color grade and all this kind of stuff. It's gonna be awesome.
So you want to know what all this shit is?
Yeah, walk us through it, Brian.
Alright, so this looks like your main relay for the entire electrical system. So when you turn your key on, it powers up this relay and powers everything else.
Okay.
This is your fuse block.
Okay.
This is your starter relay.
Okay.
This is your ECU.
It looks like a shitty ECU.
This is your tip over sensor.
Is that literally for when the bike tips over?
Yeah, so it turns off.
Oh.
So when your bike leans over, this cool little, I'm not going to pull it out right now, but this little sensor will turn over and there's a little mercury switch in it.
Is there literally not a better name than a tip over sensor?
What would you like to call it? The
Like-
crash turn off sensor?
Like something like a horizontal measurement. Tip over sensor is yeah.
That works.
Okay.
So your tip over sensor when the bike falls over, there's a little mercury switch inside and it makes contact with the two little wires that are in here.
Right.
It tells the bike that it's tipped over and it turns off the fuel pump.
Oh, so that's how the bike turns
Stops
off
running.
is the fuel pump.
Yep,
is cut.
turn the
Okay.
fuel pump off so you don't have fuel spilling everywhere as well.
Gotcha.
So this is just a couple block off plugs. This is your harness for your O2 sensor
Okay.
and for your fuel pump, and then your high pressure fuel line that goes to the throttle bodies. This is your main fuse. What size is this? 50 amp.
Okay.
So it's a pretty heavy duty main fuse. And then over here you have all of your smaller relays, like your relays for your flasher, and I think high beam, low beam relay for your headlights,
Yeah.
and then your regulator rectifier. We can take that cover off. More grass from the crash.
Oh, nice. Save that.
Just on the lower belt cover.
Wait, what the hell was that? Brian, what even is that?
It's just cover for the belt.
Was that on the bike?
Yeah.
You just took it off?
No, I just pulled it out of my ass.
Brian,
Couldn't you see?
I missed that shot. I apologize. Pulled it out of his ass, he said. Just like every joke I've ever made.
Think there's enough red Loctite on those?
Let me double check. Yeah, just on the red top.
Back in its home.
Brian, I'm proud of you that you did so little work for such a long period of time. I realize that that's very hard for you, and that you were fighting your demons. So the fact that you made it this far is, it needs to be acknowledged.
Well, I need you to have a good learning experience. How do you think you did today?
Well, I was living on a high, and then I got into the fork situation, and then that brought me back down to reality.
Well, you learned something today, didn't you?
I learned a lot of things today. Yeah, I stand behind the fact that I feel like I'm learning a lot more when I'm forced to do things, especially when I'm forced to, not forced, but allowed to my own devices. That's where it really punches you in the gut.
So do you prefer doing it while I watch, or do you prefer me doing it and explaining?
Ooh, I think there's a good mix is the right answer. Because I do feel like I need to do more, but I like this little segment where like you're like a pent up beast and we can only hold you back for so long. And then at some point I gotta step in, do what I'm good at, you do what you're good at, and we just knock shit out. Like I think that's the money. What do you think, Brian?
I think looking at that camera right now is quite phallic. That's what I think. Don't point that thing at me. You've been calling yourself a tripod all day. Did you just get that now? Have you not understood what I was saying to you all day about stop flattering yourself? You were thinking, oh, there goes another B-12 bomber cruising over. You really didn't get that all day, as many times as I said that.
No.
Seriously. You need to eat more protein, buddy.
Wow.
You need to feed your brain. Forget about the rest of you need to feed your brain.
That whole time was a don't. Wow.
Holy zoom.
All right. Make sure you eat your protein, kids.
And adults.
And adults. Man, that's shocking even for me to be that oblivious to that. Were you on with that joke?
I thought that's what you were saying the whole time.
Wait, y'all thought I was...
Don't
saying-
flatter yourself. Have
So
it
this
out.
whole time, y'all thought I was making a dick joke.
Yeah.
Calling yourself a tripod.
Did the stream think I was talking about my dick the whole time? Because I was talking about stability.
They definitely.
By having your dick touch the ground with your feet as a tripod.
I want to clear the record and let everyone understand the fact that I was strictly talking that my legs were as stable as a tripod, and it had nothing to do with my dick. Let that...
You have two legs, so you're a bipod.
Had you added
Where's the
third?
third
because
leg
of the
coming
third. No, I mean, I get where...
Anywhere's fine.
You were calling yourself a tripod.
I understand now, but I just want the record to be shown that that was not indeed the purpose of said thing.
You're trying to flatter yourself all day. It was very annoying.
I'm so sorry. Alright, Brian, are you content with what's off the bike now?
Not 100%, but we're at a good stopping point, I guess.
Alright, can we go shopping now, Brian?
We can go shopping now. I feel a little better. I've got some of that out. Otherwise, I'd go to the store and just be a complete asshole.
Yeah, and nobody wants that. Luke, are you ready to go shopping now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. Are you gonna go Cali guy now, like away from your nerd roots? Okay, I'm gonna stop.
I can take it.
I can take it, bro.
Do I talk like that?
No, that's the surfer dude that you gotta
Ride the gnar.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're not letting Brian do any more work on the bike. We're going to go shopping for some specific tools that we need just in the shop in general for Wreck Bike Rebuild.
I got to work for like 3 minutes.
That was amazing.
Was amazing. It's good to watch you work. That's why I want the mixture of me and you both work, because it is awesome to watch the. Anyway, we're gonna go shopping and take you guys along with kinda. All right.
Here's your thumbnail.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna do the last ending bit of the video with we just got back from blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay, I can hold the camera for a few more minutes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to bring us to the end of the episode 3 of season 3 of Wreck Bike Rebuild. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me and Brian and Luke tearing the bike apart more. On the next episode, we will... Brian, tell them what we're going to do in the next episode.
I don't know what we're going to do in the next episode.
We're
What are
gonna,
we going to do in the next episode?
we're gonna take more things apart.
We're definitely going to take, well, that's so vague. We're gonna finish tearing this piece of shit apart is what we're gonna do.
Noted. Okay. Make sure to tune in for episode 4 where we finish taking this piece of shit apart. Is that right? Alrighty. Make sure to check out the Patreon page if you guys want to check out how we fund this thing and give the damn bike away. I am Chase on Two Wheels. That is Brain, aka Brian, and that is Luke. And we will see you on the next one. Goodbye. What did we say we're gonna do for the outro crew?
Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share.
Oh, that.
Something,
Yeah.
I don't know. Turn on notifications.
All of those things. We were gonna. We
We're
said.
pander. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do that.
Okay. No pandering. All right. If you've made it to this point in the video, we need them to say something.
Who?
The outro crew, so we know they're the outro crew. That's what we need.
What do you mean?
Like, only if somebody got to the end of the video would they know comment blank down below.
Someone follow me on Instagram. Oh, it's pandering. My bad.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Oh my
I
God.
felt weird saying that.
Dude.
It was weird.
I totally just realized. On the next episode, we unbox all the tools. We get to undo all this.
Well, I hope we buy some good stuff then.
We're gonna buy great stuff.
You better hope so.
I do better hope so.
Okay.
We're gonna unbox all the cool things we got. I'm gonna stop.
Day 75.
Day 75 of Chase trying to do an outro. Ah! Oh my God, my
Yeah, she's stripped down now.
Yeah, alright, thumbnail. Alright, Luca.
Who's that?
You, bro. It's your new name now.
When do we get to do this?
After we get a fender.
Alright.
What the fuck?
It looks like a...
Just strip down, bro. Alright. Luke, I'm gonna get you to come over and hold this. Fighter 50. I'm trying to think of the thumbnail to do. So
You
like,
guys just hold a bunch of parts on the bike. Right?
well,
Sit down.
I don't know. I think we're just gonna do.
Do the Street Fighter bobber? You already did the monster?
Yep.
Or was that ZX? No, that's ZX, right?
Oh, it was the ZX, yeah, because I had taken the front end off. Yep, I remember that.
Oh, you cut the front end, the top of the front end off.
Yeah, I did. Alright, so just,
So you even just cutting shit apart.
yeah, just take a, it's a photo. Take lots of them. Okay,
Should stand up there and stick that clutch cable up your nose. I don't think That's the look on your face. You were like so confused. Like, wait a minute. Well, that radiator's fucked up.
Do we have?
Oh shit! Surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not leaking.
Make sure you can see the entire bike.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I moved back. Can we get right there? Am I like not pressing it right? Why is it making that?
It's on silent. I was at a wedding, so like, you gotta make it not as. It's like, do you say yes? Do from like directly from the side, and I'm gonna be like,
You should sit on it. Throw a leg over.
that's gonna be season or episode 2.
Really dark.
Put the center on the bike so that it exposes for the bike, and then
You need to get in there.
half press and then pan over to me. Yeah,
Oh, I can't get.
can't the whole bike.
This is what I'm looking at. I'm not a camera nerd. Holly heads in the background. That looks cool.
What?
The holly heads in the background.
Nice. That is clutch.
Who's
Lever.
zooming this in?
Going on?
You set me up for failure.
I think we're good. Let me see what we got.
Let me see what you do.
Dude, that tripod stance. Yeah, those are. Oh shit! I can't. Oh, damn, man.
Sorry, you can use it. Like,
Whatever.
but just like own it.
I'm done.
Just own it. Like that's what you were
No,
saying.
I'm not one of those guys that buys a big truck and makes fucking dig
No,
jokes.
it's Tiny dude.
That, if you make dig jokes, that implies you have tiny dick, right? Because you're bringing up a conversation on the side you want to. All right.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Okay. Live stream people, thank you guys so much for sticking around for this entire time. I know I didn't talk to you at all. I love you anyway. Do you guys have any last words for these beautiful, beautiful people? No? We're tired, y'all. It's been a long one.
Oh, thanks for tuning in. I thought you were talking to them. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah. Let us know. I don't know how the comments work. Because this will be a live video. This will be a video that's unlisted. I don't know. Let me know on the Patreon page if you guys liked this whole setup. And we will see you guys next time.